I will say, on my Triple H shit, I got 3 words for you. Are you ready?
Oh, not really, but I know we got to get this over with.
Yeah, I don't know how long we're gonna. Right now, I'm gonna mark it right here. It is 12:14 in the morning for me, and 1:14 for Devon.
Yep.
So once we get done with this, we'll tell you how fucking how late it is. Because I don't know how long this is gonna be.
No.
But Devon, it's time. This has been 2 weeks in the making, Devon.
Yeah, keep in
Two
mind
weeks.
all of this that Austin's about to talk about has only been over the span of 2 weeks, and there's
Mm,
this much.
Yep, it happened on. It started on June 10th.
I've been getting spammed with this shit on Twitter every single fucking day, by the way. Like, this is bad.
Yeah. So basically, on June 10th, Idubbbz. Yes, we got to talk about him. Yes, we do. He's like the fucking. See, I would say, like you said earlier, that fucking Ian and Anissa are like the dynamic duo. They're like Batman and Robin, but I feel like Idubbbz is like the Joker in a way. You know, just thinking about it, like, because he just doesn't stop. Um, so fucking Idubbbz confirmed that Ethan from H3H3 is suing him for defamation. Now, do you want to know what the part of the defamation he was suing him for was?
What?
It was the clip where he was the dragon talking about the information he got from Destiny.
Oh my god.
Yep. So here is Idubbbz talking about it. Make sure my volume is up.
It is official. I am being sued by Ethan Klein in the courts of Calgary, Alberta, for defamation. I do plan on fighting against this, but for now it is in the hands of the courts and our attorneys. I will say that it worries me what it means for the commentary community, and especially the Canadian commentary community. But this is about all I can say, at least for now. I'm sorry that the stream is so short. I wish I could give you a lot more grease, but I will resume the regularly scheduled content on Thursday. Again, I'm sorry it's so short, but we will be back, and I appreciate you being here for this important announcement. Have a good day, everyone.
Your thoughts. Your thoughts.
So, the last time we talked about Idubbbz, this motherfucker was apologizing to Ethan. I guess that apology didn't fucking matter.
No.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. Like, now he's got himself in some real fucking trouble.
Yeah. Well, everybody's been talking about this, especially the usual people like
When
Nicholas
Austin says
Dior.
everybody, he means fucking everybody.
Everybody is here.
Yeah, on
So
some fucking Smash Bros shit.
fucking Denham's talked about it. Denham
Oh
said
god, fucking Denims.
Denham said just one more lawsuit, bro. One more, and the reputation won't be dirt. So that's what she had to say. Now, then Nicholas Diorio had to respond, and you're going to be surprised on what he says. Because, okay, so for one, I do want to hear your thoughts. Do you think it is deserved that fucking Ethan Klein was suing Idubbbz? We'll talk about that later.
Yes.
Okay. Now we're going to get to Nicholas Diorio's response to it.
Idubbbz is now being sued by Ethan Klein. And obviously, I mean, you guys know my position on this. I think this is fucking stupid. I think this is just entirely spite-driven, and it doesn't really make any sense to me to do, but whatever. That's the direction he's going in. I give the disavowal or whatever that I told you I'd give if he did it. I see people explaining why the Noah lawsuit. Look, I understand where you're coming from. But here's what Ethan said when he was talking about it. He doesn't want to look like a litigious guy who's just fucking suing everybody. Well, let me be the bearer of bad news here. He looks like the litigious guy who's fucking suing everybody. And there's not really another way to say it. That's what this Idubbbz thing says. This Idubbbz thing says he looks like the litigious guy who's going to sue everybody. And it's just like, if he thinks that that's justified, that's the direction he's going to go. But I'm not going to lie and say that he doesn't look like that. He does look like that.
Oh my god, dude.
And also, this is the most insane shit ever. Fucking screen. Why would he pick this one? His grand return to Kickstarter crap. Dude, again, it's just like the modern Idubbbz philosophy of just like, he went back to YouTube to stream, and what did he do? He played Wordle. He went back to Kickstarter crap. What did he do? He reviewed dryer sheets, and he didn't understand what dryer sheets are. This is Idubbbz's biggest problem. He is a really stupid
Ian
person.
didn't know what fucking dryer
He's
sheets
a
were?
really,
I guess.
really dumb person. These
Why
are
is
two,
he
like, if you
reviewing
even
dryer
slightly
sheets? Is that how fucking dry his life is?
I
Holy shit, Ian.
don't know.
Man's fucking reviewing dryer sheets and playing Wordle? Bro, this was the fucking content cop. This was a beloved fucking dude. This is what he's doing now? My god, to fall off. Holy fucking shit, dude. How are you not dead? Like, damn, Ian. Reviewing dryer sheets? Could you imagine if you did a Austin the Artist review on fucking dryer sheets? How sad that would be?
No, bro. I'm not gonna do that. Like,
that shows me that he don't fucking wash or do laundry if he doesn't know what dryer sheets are. He probably doesn't even know what fucking soap is.
I mean, you do remember Anissa said that he stinks all the time. Remember, fucking.
Yeah, and she stinks too because she fucking fucks him, bro.
Well, no, don't you remember? She wants to like cuck him all the time. Don't you remember that?
Yeah. Fucking reviewing dryer sheets. I can't.
But going on.
And marketing, you'd be like, oh, these have to be like event level things. We need only the best of the best. This is not something that I can shotgun from the hip. And Idubbbz, at every effort, disappoints. Like at every venture, every avenue, Idubbbz provides the most disappointing, boring reality. He holds these things away. He holds these things high up. He doesn't want to touch them. He doesn't want to talk about them. He wants to leave them in the past. And then when money starts going down, he goes to try to do one, and he manages to make the most boring variation of that. Is it because he didn't say the N-word? No. Is it because he didn't say the F-slur? No. It's because he's mundane and fucking boring. He's a husk with no confidence that cannot remember how to make a video.
So Nicholas Diorio basically disavowed Ethan for suing Idubbbz. Like, I don't know why. Like, I get it. I understand, like, Ethan is suing, like, a bunch of people. But in terms of this one, and we're going to talk about this later because Nicholas Diorio isn't the only person that has this opinion. And I genuinely don't understand it because, like, I get the problem, oh, this could affect the commentary community. It's not going to affect the commentary community. It's still going to live on and be fine. There's not everybody's just going to sit there and start suing people every fucking time they get a commentary video on them. But I feel as if, like, why why disavow this when it's warranted? He legit talked about Ethan's kids multiple times, laughed about like human skulls getting sent to his house, like shit like this. Like, how is that not warranted for being sued? How? Like I don't.
No.
But then you know what had to happen, Devin? Guess who got into the fucking talk about it? Guess who got to talk about it? You
Can
know
only be
him.
one man.
You know him. He's everywhere. Fucking Hassan.
You make it sound like he's a fucking superhero or something.
Oh, he's a super fucking villain, bro.
He said, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's Kaya. I mean, Hassan. Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
Opening new fronts
It's
like
a
he's
bird, it's a
Israel.
plane, it's
No,
a shot color.
Oh. Well, this is a 4-minute clip of what Hassan had to say about it. So,
Great.
bro's opening
Love
new
hearing
fronts like he's
Hassan.
Israel. No, literally. What the fuck? I mean, is Ethan Klein the most spiritually Israeli podcaster out there? Like, actually? He's doing NSEEK. He's just opening up new front. I think it's pretty crazy that if you're like legitimately a mentally disturbed person and you just like lucked in to unfathomable amounts of money, you can just consistently be a demon and just sue people and try to bury them in fucking costly litigation over and over again. And especially if you like, especially if you're capable of reaching an audience that's like constantly demanding and rewarding you for bullying other people through this sort of frivolous
sniveling
litigation,
pussy, dude.
then you can kind of keep it going. I mean,
Bro,
maybe
why is
your
he talking
audience
about
shrinks
bullying?
over
He
time, but you can just like
fucking
keep
did
it going
worse.
for as long as you have money. I find it very strange that there is no repercussions against this sort of thing. What is this? Ethan Klein is such a rat fuck coward. Now he's suing Idubbbz and his wife. He's made an entire career out of talking shit about people, and now he can't stop suing everyone who talks back. I'm sure the courts will love seeing clips of Ethan saying he will never stop harassing them. The sad part is, Destiny, omni-liberal sex pest, is the one who said Asher is likely a pedophile who was molested his own children, so Ethan decides to sue Idubbbz instead. He loves to go after people who he assumes don't have money to fight back. Yeah, that one is actually really weird. Like, that this one is like such a strange case because like, what's the
The fact
defamation?
that I've heard Hassan talk
Like,
about fucking Destiny,
Idubbbz
Ethan,
didn't
and
do the
Ian all in the
defamation.
same sentence makes me
A
sad.
whole ass third party, a separate person did, but you can't fucking go after them because you're afraid. So you're just choosing to go after the person who put the statement on screen. Is that what it is? You suing Ian for showing this message on stream? Yeah, I don't think that is going to hold in a court of law. I don't think there's even is there even a precedent for it? Like what could you possibly do in that situation? I mean, if someone else is defaming you and if someone else has defamed me and another person is like using that for commentary purposes, is that defamation?
Yes.
Maybe in Canada. I mean, I don't know how it works in Canada. I mean, but the point here is not to win this case anyway. The point here is to fucking make them suffer.
But this dude's using Yahoo.
They deserve to suffer.
The point here is to make them spend a shit ton of money in defense. This
Money
seems
they
like
don't
it's
have,
an
by the way.
exceptionally silly defamation suit. Like it's not even like I don't know how any judge looks at this and goes, "Wow, this seems pretty egregious," and we're gonna take this to court. They gotta do like an Interpol style full court ban for Ethan Klein. They gotta make it so that it's illegal for him to ever sue anybody. They're gonna have his face up in courts all around the world. Like they're gonna be like, do not take any lawsuits from this man. When people say, oh, his lawyer is like taking him for a ride, like I think he's on the journey together. I mean, what's exceptional about this is the fact that the other person that made the defamatory claims
is and then doubled down on them is not being sued at all by the victim.
Unfortunately, I will say Hassan does have a little bit of a point. Ethan probably should have sued fucking Destiny first, if we're gonna be honest, or at least combine the suit, the fucking lawsuit. But still, I still think Ian deserves to be sued, nonetheless, for the shit that he's fucking done. Like, genuinely. Then fucking Ethan talks about why he's suing Ian and not Destiny. Here is this clip. It's 8 minutes long, Devon. 8 minutes long. Here it is.
So yes, I am suing my former bestie, Idubbbz, who and I'll shortly explain why.
Yeah, sure.
Because to me, it kind of doesn't. It's not that big of a mystery. So, Ian has deeply aligned himself with the snark community that is basically responsible for and celebrated CPS coming to my house to take my children away and sending human skulls to my home. These are two things that on the snark Discord they have on the banner. They have a skull with CPS on the forehead. They think it's funny. They love it. They're proud of it. And Idubbbz aligns with them, shouts them out, calls them great people. He browses the subreddit on his live stream. He's in deep with them. In fact, even in his follow-up to his content cup, he justified it. He says, I think it's good that CPS was called and investigated that because clearly, as someone who's been to Ethan's house and met his children, there's shit all over the place, and his kids are clearly in trouble and would be in better care of foster, would be better taken care of in foster care. He does it as a watermark for his whole hours-long stream. It's a comment that says, quick daily reminder that Ethan from H3 is likely a pedophile who has molested his own children. And he's basically rebroadcasting this comment uncritically. And also, if you kind of, I don't know how it works in Canada, if the complaint is public or what. But if you look at it, he emphasizes throughout that he does think it's a serious accusation that needs to be investigated and that he doesn't think it's a joke, right? Now, I know people are like, well, why don't you sue Destiny for saying it? Well, Destiny made it immediately. First of all, this is a comment from Destiny, like made in passing. Ian put it on his screen for 2 hours during his main broadcast. Destiny made it clear that he was not being serious, right? Pretty much immediately after writing it. Like nobody was like, yo, Destiny made this claim that Ethan molested his children. Oh shit. No, people knew that when Destiny said it was like, he was just being a dickhead. Or, I mean, he was being a giant fucking piece of shit, right? But he immediately afterwards made it clear that he didn't actually think that. But Ian took that, and just because you're showing what someone else said doesn't make it not defamation, because you're showing essentially this accusation bare of context and also kind of saying that you think it's true, right? Again, this is after CPS visited my house. I mean, I personally, with all the shit that we've been through, and I've been through a lot of shit with a lot of people online, I mean, this is just fucking unhinged, right? And Ian is spending his whole day on Twitter retweeting people like Jake Chinatown, who says he wants to take my children by their ankles and slam them into a tree till they're bloody pulp, right? And these are my children, of course. I'm sure, I don't know how many of these people are like Moist Critical has, he doesn't have children as far as I'm aware. But I said from the beginning that if people want to go after my children, then, you know, the rules of engagement have changed forever. And that's what I said then. And when, when Ian broadcast this, I sent him a cease and desist because, I mean, there's certain things that you don't say and you don't do and lines you don't cross. And they flaunted it. They didn't take it seriously. And essentially, right, and I don't know how Moist Critical or other people feel about this, but if somebody you know who's met your children and family said that you molested your children, after CPS has been to your house to investigate your house and interviewed your children against your will. I really don't know how. I'm assuming people that don't understand don't have the full context, right? So I'm being like, I'm just giving the full context because, like, and all that. I mean, I don't see how you can say that I'm not justified when somebody's who's your former friend who's been to your house and met your children is broadcasting this as a silly, it's just silly. Ethan needs to address this little minor claim that he molested his own children and he's a pedophile. Is that funny? I don't know. Is that a joke? Is that free speech? I don't think so. Then the other thing I hear is like, this is a grave threat against free speech. No, it's not. Defamation laws exist in every major Western country, because you can't just say people molested their children. That's not free speech. That's not protected speech. You can't accuse someone of committing a heinous crime. That's not, if they didn't, that's not free speech. That's not protected speech. It's literally not protected speech. It's actually explicitly carved out in the law as, this is the legal route you take when someone defames you, right? My children enter the picture, and I said this back then, the bets are off, and the rules have changed, and I will do everything to ensure that people do not talk about my children in this way. People do not celebrate killing my children and people like Ian feel comfortable saying this types of stuff or retweeting people to say they want to kill my children, which she has done, right? But I understand the discourse is dominated probably a lot by people on Twitter, and Twitter's like infested with political actors, right, who don't want to give the full context to everything that's happening. But I would just want to get this to people like Charlie, for example, and other commentators who are like, this is an attack on free speech. It's not. It's not free speech to say that stuff. Listen, I'm pretty heavy free speech, like for the most part, but obviously I acknowledge that there's limits to it. I mean, we all agree you can't shout fire in a movie theater, right? Because it's dangerous. Can you just accuse people of molesting their own children if it's not true? It's not free speech. It's not. Why would that be protected? What kind of fucking world would that be if that was protected speech? It's not one I want to live in, right? And there should be recourse. There should be accountability. Just don't say that, right? I mean, I tolerate a lot of people saying a lot of things about me, and I have for a long time, right? But just don't say that, someone's molesting their children, right? This is not funny. It's not criticism. It's not interesting. And the only point in doing that is to, especially with the history of knowing and celebrating that CPS came to my house. I don't know Destiny, by the way. I literally don't know Destiny as much as people want to acknowledge that, like, me and Destiny to be like interconnected friends. I don't even know Destiny. So it was a comment in passing he made. I don't know the guy. And he immediately clarified that he's kidding. Ian, who I know, who's been to my house, met my children, broadcast it over his screen for his whole show. And yeah, so that's kind of the difference between him and Destiny. And again, this is about my children. I ultimately don't really care what people think about it, but I'm surprised that people are saying this is like an attack on free speech, because it's not. So I just want to clarify that.
So that was fucking goddamn Ethan's first response to it on why he was doing it. Your thoughts, Devon?
I mean, he's justified in doing it. I don't know why people are acting like he's not. Because I guarantee you, if these people were saying shit about their other people's kids or whatever, then like all the people saying that Ethan shouldn't be doing this, like if Ian and Destiny and all these people said this shit about their kids, they'd probably want to fucking sue Ian too.
Well,
So,
Devon, fucking a person who also said that it was not the right thing to sue fucking Ian. Charlie said it was not the right thing, and he disavowed the Ethan Klein lawsuit. Here's what he had to say.
Just truly don't believe that this lawsuit is in any way, shape, or form helpful to anyone outside of the lawyers. They're fucking smiling ear to ear. They're salivating right now, literally drooling with a bib on. But it's harmful to, I think, literally everyone involved and does have potential ramifications for others way outside of it. I have never and will never be a fan of extreme litigation, and I have always been vocally advocating against creators going that nuclear path, and I always will. Of course, there are cases where it is understandable. Like I said, going after the snarkers that sent a fraudulent CPS thing through and the skulls and stuff, that one I do understand. But this one, I could never support that. And I just can't see the real just cause behind it. And I think it is a terrible example for other creators in the space to follow, where maybe they believe that even though this is about like a Canadian defamation lawsuit, well, maybe they can try their luck in the States. You know, it's not like defamatory lawsuits are exclusive to Canada. There's better protections here, no doubt, but still, if they take from this that maybe the way to fight battles online is to go the litigious route, well, then it's just a huge mess across the board. I think it is just a very bad precedent. Even if, you know, the lawsuit doesn't end in a victory for him, this way of engaging with discourse, I think, has always been frowned upon, but for some reason is starting to get some more support behind it, and I just fully disagree with it. I think that this is genuinely just a, like, big threat across the board to just the entire space. Like, if discourse becomes, you know, fearful of like litigation flying back and forth, it's going to stifle a lot of voices and stifle some very like legitimate criticism down the line. It's just not something I want to see become commonplace. Now I did, but I just...
So, I will say, I see where Charlie is coming from, but also the fact of the matter is, I don't think this is going to be like. I think people are really overstepping how big this is going to become. I don't think it's going to be a thing where fucking say, for example, oh, somebody makes a video on us and they criticize it. We're not going to go over and fucking sue them. You know, that's not where it's going to happen. Like, it's not the point. The point being made here is there's actual defamation. I don't understand why people don't fucking get that, but I don't think necessarily that this is going to cause a ripple effect like they're thinking, and that's my problem. I think they're thinking way too big of scope than fucking the whole situation in general. Like, they're not thinking of the situation in general of how this has came about in general. But I don't know. Your thoughts on that?
I mean, like you said, I see where Charlie's coming from, but like I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be like not as big as they're saying. It might not even end up going anywhere. And from what you've been alluding to, it probably isn't. But fucking like, it's like I said, if everybody else was in Ethan's shoes, they'd probably want to do the same thing. But like, I do get the concerns for free speech and the commentary community and people, you know, abusing defamation lawsuits and stuff. I do get the concern for that, but at the same time, I think that they're overly concerned about it to where it's getting blown out of proportion.
Yeah. Fucking. Then Ethan talks about the Denham's lawsuit. There's a lot of confusion about the Idubbbz lawsuit, so allow me to clarify. I haven't commented on it because it's not over. The judge has issued a tentative ruling ahead of our Friday hearing. The judge has since heard our oral arguments, and this is yet to issue the final ruling, at which time I will discuss it on the show. It seems foolish to jump to a conclusion before there is one. Then he says, oh my god, there's a lot here. He said, when CPS was called on my family a year ago, the rules of engagement had completely changed. For me, a snark community fabricated a lie that my children were crawling around in dog shit and eating it, and an agent came to my house at 8 a.m. to look through my home and interview my children against their will. Their investigation is now over and was determined to be unfounded. After this, I could no longer tolerate attacks on my children or attempts to break up my family. Ian was a friend of mine for many years, has been to my house, met my children. When stating that I'm a pedophile, when he displayed the message on the screen for over an hour stating that I'm a pedophile that molests my children, it carried a lot more weight than when Destiny said it. Destiny said it on a Discord chat in passing that was on screen for a few seconds. I have never met or spoken with Destiny. He has never been to my home or met my children. He has zero credibility on the issue. Destiny made it clear that his passing chat message was never meant to be taken seriously. Ian, on the other hand, does know my family. He has been to my home. He has met my children. And the fact that he exploited that accusation forced me into action to make matters worse. Ian supported the call to CPS and his content deputy and openly associates with the community from which the original CPS call came from. I believe it was Ian's intention to cause harm to my family, as he knew CPS had already visited our home and still decided to rebroadcast the accusations for over an hour on his live stream. I've pledged to everything I can hold him and anyone else who attempts to harm my family accountable in whatever way I can. Because of that context, I believe I have much more viable case against Idubbbz than Destiny, and that is why I am only suing Idubbbz. Destiny also lived in the United States, where defamation laws are much harder to win, versus in Canada, where Idubbbz lives. These are all the reasons I've sued Idubbbz and not Destiny. I have chosen the legal and most proper way afforded to us that live in counties that value free speech. A lawsuit for defamation. Defamation is not protected speech. He does not have an unalienable right to say, I'm a pedophile that molests my children. Accountability in this case has to be more than just internet mudslinging and jousting. He crossed the line, and I'm past the point of caring what Charlie or anyone else thinks. I will protect my family at all costs. That is what Ethan said to that. Then, fucking, guess who joined the fight, Devon?
Who?
Well, it's the internet's busiest fucking music nerd, fucking Anthony Fantano.
Oh, great. Why Anthony Fantano, man?
He made a video on fucking Ethan, basically stating that Ethan is a fucking dumbass for making this lawsuit. But he also outed himself as a Hassan and Denham's fanboy.
Great. Even better, Anthony.
So this is what he had to say about Denham's, and he called her the queen of fair use. Devon,
Bro.
here it is.
Yeah, no, H3 weaponizing the copyright system because of political reasons is fucking pathetic. Again, we came so close to, like,
shit being completely burned to the ground because this moron had to take something that is so vital to all of our content and burn it all down and essentially say, like, well, I'm taking my ball and going home because you made a piece of content talking about my content that I don't like. Fuck you. Again, shout out to Denham's, and I'm glad that it blew up in Ethan's face and that everybody got to witness it. And really, like, 15K likes and 600 retweets on this is shockingly low. Like, there should be way more people openly celebrating this because we really truly did just like dodge a fucking bullet. And the precedent that Ethan's last lawsuit along fair use lines, the precedent that set, he literally just tried to burn it to the ground over some personal petty shit, which is just, again, ridiculous. And it's crazy to sort of like see the contrast between then and now in terms of like this man's public perception and optics. Like when he originally won that last lawsuit, he was a hero to the internet because he allowed for there to be sort of this like, open and normalized discussion and engagement with sort of transformative content creation and reacting to other things online that has become the standard. And now you're trying to rip it away from everybody because you're pissed off over some personal shit.
Yeah, fucking. Also, by the way, fucking Denham's won the lawsuit. So not only are everybody, fucking the judge is agreeing with Denham's. So the Denham's lawsuit was won by Denham's. So that's great. Then Ethan made some comments when it comes to Charlie and the Denham's lawsuit. So, fucking, this is what he talked about with Charlie's coverage. Charlie's coverage was fair. It's okay that he disagrees, and I don't expect everyone who hasn't heard me talk about this stuff for hours to understand the intricacies of everything. And even if you have, it's fine to have a differing opinion. I appreciate him being respectful and hearing me out and reading my statement. Ultimately, I am a father protecting my children. That is something I hope even the most cynical among us should be able to understand. And no matter how you cut it, $22 is still a lot for a bag of cookies. Then he talked about the Denham shit. That's I already read that. Never mind. Then fucking we have more stuff from Critical. Another fucking, oh my god, this is like a 10-minute long clip of Critical's video. Oh my god. This is more of his video. So here we go.
Whom I know is on the H3 team, and Ethan did hear about that, so he did talk directly about me on his show and challenge me on a few things, and I did eventually get to talk directly with Ethan, and I shared my full perspective on things and the problems I had around it and my concerns, and got his perspective on things to see if there's any misunderstandings and such. Ultimately, I don't think we fully saw eye to eye on this, which, that's going to happen. I fully understand that this is a very emotionally charged subject for him after everything him and his family went through with Snarkers in particular. I know that the CPS and the human skulls incident are like a legitimately traumatizing thing, like the fraudulent CPS call. Like, I get how inexcusable and abhorrent that is. I really do. But I just truly don't believe that this lawsuit is in any way, shape, or form helpful to anyone outside of the lawyers. They're fucking smiling ear. Maybe they, for some reason, is starting to get some more support behind it, and I just fully disagree with. Now, I did also have a brief conversation with Idubbbz about this as well, letting him know that this really is a horrible thing that he did to try and make his point. And he agreed. He said that it was a legitimately awful thing that he did to make that point, and that it was a genuine, sincere apology that he was issuing and how regretful he was from it. So I did
Didn't
have a
sound
conversation
genuine.
with both sides of this to make sure I had like a full, clear picture of where everything was and what this was all about.
You take when someone defames you, right?
Ethan, of all people, should be very familiar with how defamatory lawsuits can be exploited by those with a lot of money. He was the guy that always fought on the right side of these kind of battles. And now in this case, I really think he's lost his way in that regard. What he is describing here is not even what Idubbbz did. He's talking about, you can't make these comments. That's not free speech. Destiny made the comment, man. Literally. And yet you're not going after him. You've already excused him, wrote it off as he wasn't being serious, a dickhead, and are instead going after Idubbbz, who was very shittily using it to make a very different point and even outright said he doesn't believe it, by the way. So it really feels less about the actual defaming and more about just being able to continue to, really drive the nail into Idubbbz, which is extremely unnecessary. His own community didn't agree with him when he did this. He lost members of his community for this because he was so in the wrong for it. Everyone was on your side when all of this was unfolding. So really, what else are you even trying to accomplish? He came out of that much worse, and he outright apologized for it, admitted how wrong he was for it, and everything like that eventually, which is a significantly bigger L than a legal one in the eyes of the internet, to be that wrong and that much on the wrong side of the drama. By every possible interpretation, you won here. You proved the claims were fraudulent, they were false, they're not real, and people were on your side in this whole situation here and against how Idubbbz had gone about trying to make this point. All you had to do was just leave it at that. But by making this lawsuit, you've now made a new issue out of it that is a concern and can affect other people entirely unrelated to it. I'm honestly very surprised why Ethan can't see that. After all of the lawsuits he's been through, something like this should be very apparent how it can be used exploitatively against others, even outside of a case of this extreme degree. Ethan of 10 years ago, I think, would absolutely see that. But right now, I just think after everything that he's been through, he's just completely clouded by it and can't see that anymore. And I don't think that's right. Again, if Idubbbz truly was spreading maliciously fraudulent information of this disgusting stuff that was made in this comment, and saying this is real, this is true, this is awful, look at what's happening, look what he's done, that kind of thing, I would really understand it more then, because then that is very different than just normal internet beef. That is psychopath evil shit. But from what I've seen in that stream, that's not what was happening. So I really don't understand this perspective from commentary channels to treat this like it's just some kind of hoot and holler and goofy thing, let's celebrate it, point and laugh, when I think it's pretty easy to see how this could potentially be used as ammunition in some less than savory lawsuits going forward, specifically in Canada. It would obviously be for Canadian YouTubers, but even still, it's probably best not to just have more ammunition for some bad actors to be able to exploit legally. I did have a conversation with both Idubbbz and Ethan, and at the end of the conversation with Ethan, he wanted to prepare a statement because I wasn't shy about letting him know that the exact way I've talked to him in our conversation would be how I'm going to talk about it publicly. And since I've made it clear I'm not in the business of just leaking private text messages, he wanted to prepare something that I would share. And I've done this in the past, sharing statements from the people that I cover in stories, so I'll do the same here as well. He said, when CPS was called on his family a year ago, the rules of engagement had completely changed. A snark community fabricated a lie that his children were crawling around in dog shit and eating it. An agent came to my home at 8 a.m. to look through my home and interview my children against their will. Investigation is now over, was determined to be unfounded. After this, he could no longer tolerate attacks on his children or attempts to break up his family. Ian was a friend of his for many years. He has been to his house, met his children. He displayed a message on screen for over an hour stating that he's a pedophile that molests his children. Carried a lot more weight than when Destiny said it. Destiny said it in a Discord chat in passing that was on screen for a few seconds. He'd never met or spoken with Destiny, and Destiny's never been to his house or met his children, has zero credibility on the issue, and made it clear that in passing chat message was never meant to be taken seriously. Ian, on the other hand, does know his family, has been to his home, and has met his children, and the fact that he exploited that closeness to forward such a heinous, unforgivable accusation forced him into action. To make matters worse, Ian has supported the call to CPS in his content deputy and openly associates with, spends time in and celebrates the snark community from which the original CPS call came from. He believes it was Ian's intention to cause harm to his family, as he knew CPS had already visited the home and still decided to rebroadcast the accusations for over an hour on stream. He's poised to do everything he can to hold him and anyone else who attempts to harm his family accountable in whatever way that he can. Because of the context, he believes that he has a much more viable case against Idubbbz than Destiny, and that's why he's only suing Idubbbz. Destiny also lives in USA, where defamation laws are much harder to win, versus in Canada, where Idubbbz lives. These are all the reasons that he's suing Idubbbz and not Destiny. He's chosen the legal and most proper way afforded to him that live in countries that value free speech, a lawsuit for defamation. Defamation is not protected speech. He does not have an unalienable right to say that he's a pedophile molesting his children. Accountability in this case has to be more than just internet mudslinging and jousting. He's crossed the line, and he's past the point of caring what Charlie or anyone else thinks, and he will protect his family at all costs. Now, if it wasn't clear, we didn't exactly see eye to eye on this case here in regards to this whole lawsuit situation. I believe, as is even stated in his statement, that he's targeting Idubbbz solely because the free speech laws in Canada are more lax, and it is more viable that he would win there versus in the US, where Destiny is. He's even saying that it would be harder to win that case against Destiny. So to me, that says that if the way you win is through more lax free speech laws, then it's not really a real defamation case worth pursuing. It's you taking advantage of that lax nature of those laws to further punish the guy who you have a lot of ire towards for the previous instances of aligning with the snark community and stuff like that, as opposed to actually fighting for, this was defamatory and that. It feels very familiar for a tactic that is common with big companies to financially drain someone that they have a lot of issues with for a variety of reasons, a whole host of reasons. And in pursuing this route, it does open a whole host of problems for a lot of other people and can have far-reaching consequences should it set some kind of precedent or set an example for others to try and follow suit. It is something that I've always advocated against, and there's nothing in all of the streams and evidence I've seen that indicates that Idubbbz was trying to push this as a true thing, using his previous relationship with Ethan as a place of credibility to try and preach to his audience that this comment is accurate. This is a legitimate claim that actually needs to be investigated. There was nothing I ever saw that gave me that indication. It was only ever Destiny made this atrocious comment that Ethan is not being very upset about and having a very different energy towards him than the others. And it was a very, very, very poorly made point using a very gross example for it, which is something Idubbbz openly admits.
Oh, so that was that. Your thoughts, Devon?
Fucking, I see the point of contention and how Ethan suing Ian, because if he tried to sue Destiny, he probably wouldn't win because of the laws. But at the same time, like, fucking Ian was fucking peddling that shit that Ethan was molesting his kids. So it's like yeah, Destiny was the one that said it, but fucking Ian was the one sitting there fucking keeping on about it. And Ian, my point is yes, I get what Charlie's saying, but Ian's not innocent. Like, yeah, he apologized, but an apology is not enough for what Ian did, is the thing. So I don't know. I see both points, but it's just I still feel like Ethan is the one in the right.
Yeah. Well, guess who threw their hat in the ring, or should I say fucking disgusting fucking hair?
Let me guess.
Whenever you file, you could.
Asmongold.
As soon as you said disgusting hair, I immediately knew.
Yep. So this is what he had to say about it.
But I will resume.
Why don't you just publicly apologize? Because whenever you file, you could ask the person to retract what they said. That's it. I mean, it shouldn't be talking shit, number one. Number two, Ethan is definitely,
I like Ethan, and I don't like that Idubbbz has decided to throw his lot in with a bunch of terrorist supporter, anti-Western communist, fucking retards, right? So, like, in my opinion, like, I don't care what happens to this guy because he's decided to be a fucking idiot. Ethan said he already apologized, but only because he got a whiff of a threat of a lawsuit. Smart.
Have a good day, everyone.
Man, so he's being sued by Ethan. Well, that's what happens. I mean, you shouldn't be, again, like, he is the same type of person that's been, like, going around and, like, completely, totally, like, absolutely trying to make these people, like, make Ethan look as bad as possible. This is the base of the lawsuit. In Canada, they don't have the First Amendment. Damn.
Imp knows that AB has a chin implant as well.
A BBL approaches. What a weirdo. So anyway, I think this is something that you should have accountability for. Making the accusation that a father is a pedophile who's molested their own children, that's insane. This is an insane accusation to make about somebody. And I don't think that the world is a better place that people are able to say that with impunity. That's crazy. That's the kind of stuff that, like, you say that about somebody, so other people see that and they're like, oh my God, like, I should go attack this person or hate this person or something like that.
It's sad when fucking Asmongold is right. It's really sad. But it doesn't end because guess who also threw their hat into the ring? You know, we were going to talk about her. So, PPP and Anissa got into a whole argument. I don't know.
Always Anissa.
I don't know who the fuck PPP is, but he decided to discuss this. He says, on the basis that Anissa Jomha cannot read, I now fully support Ethan Klein in Lex Jothering them. I would also remind Anissa that veiled legal threats can be returned in kind, and that she made numerous defamatory statements under Canadian law regarding our show. I would remind her that saying I heard this or someone else said is the same under Canadian law as saying it yourself. I tried to be nice and I stand by my ideals on speech, but nothing other than the total submission is acceptable to these people. They genuinely believe they never did anything wrong ever and that everyone needs to suck them off. Fuck them. And fuck the people carrying the water for them, including myself. I was wrong. They hate freedom and would love nothing more than to use the laws to silence others. Just ask Froggy Fresh. Going forward, I'll be giving them the worst punishment I can. No more attention. Thanks for reading. And Anissa said, this, The fun part is that she got fucking goddamn the fucking X readers added context under this, by the way, so this is lovely.
Great.
She said this fat yogurt faced moron doesn't understand that if Ethan wins this, it means that him and his buddy could be sued by many creators in the near future. She quote tweeted what he said. Basically, he was saying that Ian was saying either all speech is okay or none of it is okay. The implication being a free society, we must tolerate some speech we find distasteful. So the readers added context text in the post. She is directly quote tweeting. PPP states private attacks on speech are just as serious as attacks from the state. I cannot for those reasons, support this lawsuit in principle. And then Anissa said, also, why are you writing a book to try and squirm into a comfortable position you think will will keep favor with your fans and the looming threat of Ethan or others' attention? Then she quote tweeted that first tweet I said, and she said, why do you type so much? Jesus, I was referring to the quartering, possibly seeing this as an opportunity to sue, not me. We don't want to sue you. You misunderstood my tweet. And then she said, I'm shocked at how easy it is to rattle the Keno Casino guys. He shut off his replies, LMAO. Don't you just love hearing about Anissa?
No, I don't.
I don't either, but you know, here we fucking are, dude. Then, my God, it doesn't fucking end. You want to know something, Devon? You want to know something terrifying?
What?
We're only on the 11th.
Oh my God.
We've been going for almost an hour on this, and we're only at the 11th. You want to know who fucking threw their fucking hat in this time? Devon.
Who?
Chud Logic. You remember Chud Logic?
Yes.
Well, he calls out Ethan Klein for lying about claiming Idubbbz justified the CPS call. So, this is what he fucking said.
Even in his follow-up to his content cup, he justified it. He says, I think it's good that CPS was called and investigated that.
That's just a lie. That's just a lie. It's a lie. That is not true. That didn't happen. His point was, you are giving ammunition to the people that hate you. Not, it's good that CPS were called. And sure, you could criticize Idubbbz for being a bit soft on the criticism. It was more of like a, we disavow all harassment. We disavow all harassment. So the criticism was soft, but it doesn't mean that he was justifying that it happened. He wasn't justifying that it happened at all. And this is the thing, everything gets twisted to justify all of his actions. So the lawsuit is justified in his mind because of this twisted perspective that Idubbbz said it was good the CPS were called, which never happened.
And the other thing I hear is like, this is a grave threat against free speech. No, it's not. Defamation laws exist in every major Western country, because you can't just say people molested their children. That's not.
The point is that in the YouTube ecosystem, we have not traditionally used the tools of big fucking celebrities and stuff, right? Filing defamation suits is the business of big celebrities that engage in very stringent reputation management and will sue a paper on a dime if they feel like they've got an angle to get a defamation suit in against them, right? That's the point. You are bringing the tactics and strategies of big celebrities, movie studios, wealthy people. You're bringing those tactics into an ecosystem that traditionally has stood against it, because we understand and we know the negative implications of wealthy people just firing off lawsuits when they feel like it because they can. And that's why traditionally there's always been this unwritten rule: respond, make a video, debate, whatever you want to do, but leave the lawsuit stuff out of it. That's always been the mentality that people have operated off. And in the course of a year, Ethan has undermined that through various different actions.
That's what Chud Logic had to fucking say.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Then our buddy Hassan is back in the fucking.
Oh, great.
He has another 2-minute clip responding to Ethan.
Great.
I'm sorry, now I'm even more confused. So Destiny saying that Klein molests kids in passing comment is fine because Destiny said he's kidding, but Idubbbz showing it on screen is bad, despite him explicitly saying that he doesn't agree with it? Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't, because it has nothing to do with making sense, and everything to do with the fact that Ethan wants to punish people who have criticized him in the past. That's it, because he's a thin-skinned, narcissistic, multimillionaire who's paranoid as fuck.
He's eating while talking about this, by the way.
Oh my god.
And it's so funny because of a different reason. Here. You want to know something even crazier? I'll tell you something even crazier. He has to make excuses for Destiny because Destiny's podcast co-host and best friend is a 60-year-old weirdo by the name of Dan Stalkman who owns the company Redact.dev. Redact.dev is one of the last remaining sponsors of Ethan Klein's company. Dan and Destiny have fucking wrapped Ethan around their goddamn fingers and use him like a fucking fleshlight. So he can't even turn around and shit on them because that's a lifeline for his business. So remember that shit. I mean, come on, this is pretty basic stuff, by the way. Like, I'm sure Charlie didn't know any of this, and no one's gonna fucking tell him this shit, but it is like, it's basically just it's basically just requires you to scratch the surface. The idea that there is no like financial entanglements between Destiny and Ethan Klein is crazy. There's a direct conflict of interest, which is part of the reason why he can't fucking turn around and sue Destiny. He's too pussy to do it. Sure, he doesn't like Destiny any longer, or maybe Destiny's made inroads with him again by attacking his enemies again, like a fucking pit bull. Which was the reason why they were initially aligned with one another.
That's what Hassan had to say.
Oh my god, man.
Oh, then Hassan again. God damn it, I forgot. Oh, jeez, we're gonna be hearing Hassan a lot, actually. Oh wait, no, that's the same clip. Hang on. Okay. Okay.
Any of Ethan Klein's lawsuits are even in any way, shape, or form remotely defensible. He has obviously postured it and positioned it in a way where it comes across as defensible to other content creators by claiming a litany of different insane things that he claims were happening because people were gang stalking him and I don't know, like going after his family and like sending CPS and sending skulls to his house or whatever. Okay? I don't know the veracity of these claims, but I do know one thing. He has used that as a fucking counter to every single goddamn thing. He stubs his motherfucking toe. He goes, oh, it's the snark community, which, by the way, he says I'm a part of. All of the people that he has actively sued, he has claimed were responsible without any evidence whatsoever for fucking sending child protective services to his house, to sending skulls to any of Ethan Klein's lawsuits.
So that's what he had to say there, and then fucking here's this.
He genuinely, sincerely, in the most like schizophrenic way, thinks that there's a network, a coalition of people that are in constant collaboration with one another that's like actively trying to ruin his life, not realizing that there is a coalition of people that are actively ruining his life. It's just that those people are in support of Ethan Klein, or at least seemingly in support of Ethan Klein, using him and his financial status to pursue people that they don't like on the internet, to constantly goad him into litigation after litigation, telling him that he's doing the right thing over and over again, telling him that he actually should pursue these fucking people and bury them in financial troubles through costly litigation. Those are the people who are actively going into his community, acting as though they're lifelong fans, and using him like a fucking lol-cal weapon. But of course, it's impossible to get him to understand this because he's far too paranoid at this point. He genuinely...
And then Hassan then tweets. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Here, fucking, he retweets something from Destiny from February 1st, 2025.
Oh my
Devon.
god, dude.
And Hassan goes, if you're wondering why, let me just play the clip, actually. How long is the clip? Yeah, it's just a minute and 31 seconds.
She should lose her job and,
This is Destiny.
either be suspended for a year or never be hired again. I just saw something.
Okay.
I understand what happened here.
The emails accused Twitch of suspending all Israeli accounts for a year. A claim the company debunked.
Yeah, go back. Do you see what she did?
Well, like
that would be an egregious. That's like journalistic malpractice. That's a fabricated quote.
I don't understand how this happens though. Like how does someone keep their job after doing this type of shit? Because like the thing is, I sent this to the editor and I said this was incorrect and that I've never said this.
Okay. You're sure that your emails don't have the?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes. You can go to the site and click the button. It's been this.
Okay, so now I'm about to go off because this is where I'm getting to a point right here because Hassan, like he always does, makes this shit about Israel and Palestine, motherfucker. He makes it about the fucking war, dog. The fucking war. You want to know what Hassan says? If you're wondering why these serial defamers never got sued by Ethan Klein, even though Epstein, not Idubbbz, that's what he calls fucking Destiny, I guess. Well, whatever, bro. I don't care. Yeah.
Bro.
Is the one who initially claimed Ethan molested his children and doubled down. It's because Dan Stockman, the one who realizes he lied to thousands of advertisers to trigger an apocalypse on Twitch, has been a financial sponsor of Ethan Klein's podcast. And they all support Israel and cyberstalk and harass its prominent critics online. Dan has openly fielded Congress people to try to deplatform me for my pro-Palestine advocacy. Of course, there was never a peep from the YouTube community, commentary community. They mostly supported it as terrorism support. Hassan! Stop making everything about politics! Oh my fucking God, dude. I'm so tired. Oh. Then, if you remember her from fucking the Mama Max saga, Devon, Stardust gets in the ring.
Oh my God.
And Stardust fucking retweeted Hassan's fucking tweet that I just read and said, dude, can you please seek a psychiatrist? I swear Israel, aka the Jew, isn't behind everything. At this point, you're either mentally ill or you're knowingly manipulating the mentally ill. Exactly, Hassan! Oh my fucking God, dude. I swear to... Oh... Then we go back to Asmongold because he has to talk about the Devon's lawsuit because of course he does. Here it is.
Or Dems is on her way to win. I don't know what this. I hope she doesn't. By the way, I think it's so like I didn't really talk about that because I don't know really what the ramifications for it are, and the only people posting about it were like the usual Glazer accounts. So I'm like, okay, is this real or like legitimate or not? But I think that she should lose for that because if you upload somebody else's content with the express and stated goal of trying to deprive that person from revenue, I think that just that based by itself, just on its own, should be grounds for it not to be fair use. Just that, because again, fair use is explicitly not being a market alternative. And if she is stating that it is a market alternative, then I don't know how anybody could say that that's fair use. And I don't think it's not even a win, and it's important to keep this in mind. That's not a win for anybody else if she wins that case. Because at that point, it says that effectively you can react to and, upload another YouTube video, say that you're doing it to take views away from the creator, and everything's fine. I think it's fundamentally, it was malicious. What she did was malicious. So no, I don't want to see somebody win and get off free for something that they expressly, they literally admitted was malicious. I mean, like, what are we doing here? I don't know why anybody's thinking that's a good thing.
That's what Asmongold had to say. And then we fucking... And we go back to Idubbbz, Devon. And we go back to Idubbbz.
Great. Wonderful.
For another 57-second clip. Here it is.
Oh, that's one thing I wanted to mention. Okay, here we go.
That's one thing I wanted to mention.
I have been seeing some rhetoric floating around about either celebrating, championing, or justifying CPS. And I just want to say, never, ever, ever have Anissa and I done that. Ever.
The fucking cap! Oh my fucking god! These people! You talked about this when it happened, okay? So you know that they did. But you know, it's just like they can't stop lying. They can't stop lying. Oh, I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of this, bro. I can't talk about these people after this. I can't, dude. I can't. This is actually driving me fucking insane, dude. Oh my god. Why have I done this to myself? Why have I done this to myself?
I don't know. This is why I stopped doing it to myself. So.
Oh my god, dude.
Now you realize.
Oh. I have made a severe lapse in judgment. Okay. Go back to this fucking clip.
So do not spread that sort of shit. In fact, in my old content deputy, if you were to rewatch that with a fucking keen eye, it would be very clear what my position on all of that is.
Kill yourself, Ian. Then. Oh, no, okay, sorry. I sent the fucking Asmongold clip twice. I don't even know anymore, dude. Fucking. Then Chud Logic is back. Fucking. Sitting there talking about Nicholas Diorio. So here's this.
What I understand, he did comment on it in a way that creates applause. When I did talk about it. Look at this 5-minute off-cut segment that I did. I talked about it there. So he's got that ability to go, I did talk about it, but not actually, engage with the fact that he was wrong about the Denims lawsuit, acting like it was going to be giga rape, or account for the fact that he's supported this insanity for the sake of money. Guys, you know my take on this. This is kind of cringe. I give this the disavow. This is cringe. Why is he doing this? This is stupid. This is a stupid move. What I understand.
And we get more Denims clips, Devon. Don't you love Denims? Don't you just love her, bro? Fucking, it's almost like we're only on the 12th.
The amount of fucking notifications I was getting from Austin sending me all this too, because Austin just would not stop sending me this shit, bro.
Because it was all over my timeline. It was all over my fucking timeline. I couldn't stop it, Devon. I couldn't stop it. It was like hell.
Now you're infected with the Idubbbz bug. So,
bro, after this, I am legit muting every word that involves Idubbbz, Ethan, Denims, Hassan, everybody. I can't. But fucking Denims reacts to Anthony Fantano's video of her victory over Ethan Klein. Devon.
You did it over some bullshit. You did it over some stupid, mindless, petty, emotional.
It's so crazy how so many of these same exact like slop tubers fought Pirate Software for so long because Pirate Software was not being very Pirate Software, and he was actively pushing for corporations to have more power over consumers. And at the moment that it's just an enemy that they like disliking, it's like, yes, corporations and people with the most money possible, they should have the power to do whatever they want to the rest of us. Yes. It's like, what?
You did it over.
Then Denims reacts to fucking Moist Critical's fucking video on Ethan.
Gotta say something. I'm impressed, genuinely, by the dedication to attempting to both sides. I am genuinely impressed. I'm not joking. I'm impressed by that dedication. Because the problem with someone like Ethan Klein is that you can't both sides him. He's going to get offended unless you're 100% on his side. I would also argue people on the left are sometimes pretty hard to please.
Remember, fucking Devon. Just remember, it's always the people on the left, politically. It's always those people, Devon. You know, Hassan and his community probably listen to Tom fucking McDonald. They probably do.
God.
They probably listen to. They always said that Charlie Kirk was a Nazi. That he probably listened to that shit. Like, I'm just so fucking done. I'm just so fucking done. Do you see how done I am for these fucking people, dude? Like, I am just, these fucking political fucking YouTubers and streamers piss me the fuck off more than people like Kai Cenat and Rakai. Like, they piss me off so goddamn much because I fucking hate politics. You don't understand how much I fucking hate politics, Devon. I fucking hate politics. But then I have to fucking deal with this shit by listening to goddamn Idubbbz and Denims and Hassan and Asmongold and Ethan. Shut the fuck up, all of them. Dude, I am so sick. So sick. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it, bro. Like I just,
They always said that Charlie Kirk was a Nazi.
like, bro, they probably listen to that shit.
Oh, fucking God. Jesus fucking Christ.
Like, bro, I'm just so done, bro. Then we're not done with Denims because she just won't shut the fuck up. Then she tweeted and she said, "This is what H3 fans look like," and she posted this video. Oh God.
And so I was like, oh man, this is when like the video dropped. I was so tired. So I was like, let me just post like a little photo. And I posted this photo. It's like literally a normal photo of me. And then this comment, like it literally sent me like, this is what the H3 fans look like. The infantilism phase, puke emoji. Ooh, so cute, side smile, gamer girl, constant cleavage, smothered in makeup, valley girl, vocal fry, not like other girls with an OF filled with pedo bait, much progressive, like Hassan talking about women. You set us back. Okay, can I just say a couple of things? First of all, I set women back by posting a photo of my face. Second, Smothered in makeup is so amazing because like I'm not even wearing my iconic eyeliner in this one. Like I literally just
Iconic
put on
eyeliner,
my
dude.
tinted
Shut the fuck.
moisturizer because it doubles as sunscreen.
Fucking, I don't care what you put on denims. Her whole point is like, oh, H3 fans are crazy, you know, fucking. I just don't care. Then, fucking more. What?
I was thinking about you singing Tom
Fucking. Oh, fucking then. Fucking a new contender, a DLC character, Devon has made the fucking the roster. Fucking more Pegasus has decided to be. I don't know who the fuck this dude is, if I'm gonna be honest with you. But he was talking about the Ethan and fucking Idubbbz shit, so you know, had to put it in there. Fucking, he argues only judge can decide whether Idubbbz presented Destiny's vulgar message about Ethan Klein's kids as a serious accusation. Here is fucking what he said.
Destiny made it clear that he was not being serious, right? Pretty much immediately after writing it.
Okay, so this part, I'm not exactly sure what's true here.
I'm sorry, I just gotta say it. This guy looks so fucking homosexual. Like, honestly. Like, bro, in the background of his fucking video, he has plushes of fucking SpongeBob, Patrick, and Snorlax.
oh my fucking god.
No hate against the LGBT, but like, Jesus Christ, this is like the definition. But yeah.
Actually present this as a serious accusation, that I feel like it's a matter of opinion, because based on the stream you could conclude whatever you wanted to conclude, to be honest, right? A lot of people did conclude that he did not present it as a serious accusation and that he actually disagreed with it or whatever. But the thing is, like, when you're having it on stream for that long and you say, oh, this is a serious allegation, it needs to be addressed, you're giving credibility to the fact that you might think that it's real as well. So it really depends on how the courts handle it, right? Now, we can have our opinions or whatever, but at the end of the day, the judge is going to decide who's in the right here. As for Ethan's explanation as to why he didn't sue Destiny, this is basically legal speak. I feel like if Ethan could sue Destiny and win and like do it easily, he would probably do it. But the main reason is that he hates Idubbbz more.
Yeah, that's what more Pegasus had to say. Then fucking Critical dropped another video on the situation. By the way, we're still on the 12th. So this is what Critical had to say about it this time.
This shouldn't come as a shock to anyone. After learning more about those other lawsuits that Ethan is engaged in, like the fair use lawsuits and such, guess what? I don't agree with those either. Now, obviously, I don't know all the nitty-gritty around every single lawsuit. I've only just begun learning about all of these, but from everything I've seen from the lawsuits that he has actively going on, there's nothing in there that makes me think that this is like the right way of doing things, or that this is different from other times in the past where creators have sued each other over disputes. Now, clearly, I don't know all the nuance and intricacies of fair use law. Ethan would certainly know that better than I, and many others would. So maybe he has some strong cases here, and in one of the instances with one of these streamers, it did seem like they were just uninterrupted playing the video without even an attempt to transform it. So maybe that could be like a easy fair use win for Ethan. But I just don't think that's a win overall. Like, for as long as I've been on the internet, that kind of behavior has been frowned upon. And I really think if the targets were different, if it wasn't streamers that a lot of people don't like, the response would be very different to these lawsuits. Right now, a lot of people celebrate them because they just hate the people that Ethan is suing. So they go yee-haw for it. But these individuals, like the streamers in particular for the fair use, they are a fraction of the size of Ethan. So it's to me, a hard case to make that he was genuinely like losing eyeballs because of them stream.
So that's what he had to say then. And fucking, I want to die. Man. So Mike from PA said something, but I don't know where it is, but fucking Critical responded to that, Devon. So, let's listen to that.
Just me mentioning that I'm not online as much as I used to be was apparently like a highly debated topic.
The guy whose entire career is
okay, cool.
whatever's going viral is saying that he doesn't know what's going on the internet. All right. I mean, obviously, we got to take his word for it, right? Let's see what videos he's been making. Lego. Watch Mojo got even more pathetic. Degenerate cringe. Lego vigilantes. Lego scandal keeps getting messy. In response to the Lego scandal. Lego scandal is getting extremely dangerous and scary. Cringe officer embarrasses himself. Lego scandal keeps getting crazier.
The gist of it is, when I was talking about the defamation lawsuit, I also mentioned that Ethan has other active lawsuits against other creators, and I called him the Nintendo of YouTubers because he's become extremely litigious. But I didn't dive into those other lawsuits because I didn't know much about them. And that claim is apparently extremely hard to believe because everyone thinks and assumes that I am terminally online like I used to be 2 or 3 years ago. When I said that's not the case, there are quite a few people that just don't believe me. Unfathomable moment, so it must be a lie. So here's a streamer debunking by going through my channel and noticing I've posted a lot of videos on Lego, for example, because of the big Lego scandal, which I think is a very interesting example to use off the point he's making about me front-running every viral story. Because with the Reckless Bin versus Bricks and Minifigs Lego scandal, I actually was getting called out for avoiding that and ignoring it because I was late to covering it. Reckless Bin dropped part 1 on May 21st. And I heard about it from Stream Chat, and then a friend sent it to me as well. And I made my video covering it on May 26th, 5 days later. But in that interim, people were saying I was avoiding the topic. I just find it fascinating how if I cover something quickly or extensively, like in the case of the Lego scandal, that's a problem. I'm just front-running shit to capitalize off the virality of it. But if I am late to covering something, well, that means that I was avoiding it, and I must have known about it the whole time and had ulterior motives to avoid the topic out of cowardice, and I only talk about it when pressed.
Okay. So, we're still on the 12th. But I wanted to ask, since we've been going for so long without me asking since, how are you feeling about this topic so far? Like, what's your thoughts?
I'm just dead inside. I hope you know we've been going for almost 2 hours already.
I know.
Austin told me that he's fearful that he might surpass my record, and you're seem like you're on track to doing that, Austin.
Oh, God.
So you proud of yourself?
No, I'm not, bro. I'm not proud of talking about this, bro. I'm running off 2 energy drinks. Talking about this. Dead inside.
No energy drinks, motherfucker.
Then an account called Ethan's Attic posted and said, Moist Critical has released another video addressing the backlash he's received from those in opposition to Ethan Klein's lawsuit against Idubbbz. While his video wasn't perfect and he repeated false info, ultimately came to the conclusion that Ethan is wrong to sue Idubbbz. And H3 haters will claim that Ethan is the worst. This is from Stream Standard. H3 haters will claim that Ethan is the worst person alive. Meanwhile, they do weird shit like daydream about marrying his 6-year-old son, becoming a part of his family. So, yeah. So this person said Ethan Klein's son will coincidentally meet me when he's 18. Ethan's son Bruce is showing early signs of being gay at school. When he is 18, we will conveniently bump into each other at Ralph's grocery. I will make him fall in love with me, Gay little Bruce will be hooked at the moment we will marry. That's from Salvo. Yeah. Oh my god. Then Destiny criticizes Hassan's Israel coded defense.
Bro. Can we stop talking about fucking Israel, please?
They're not going to. Oh, this is how it started. This is what it is.
Went through with snarkers in particular. I know.
What the fuck does Idubbbz have to?
Bro, this is such reacception, dude. This is like, oh my god. So, Destiny is reacting to fucking Hassan, reacting to Critical, reacting to fucking the Ethan shit.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Who with this shit? Bro, this is literally the most Israel coded story of all time, dude.
Also, it's crazy to me. Just know that when I think he's a disgusting fucking Turk, when I say that, I just mean the nationality of Turkey. I don't mean anything about, I'm not implying any ethnic group. Like, it's such a bullshit comment that you can just say this. I don't understand how you, like, I hate Mexicans. Whoa. I'm not racist. I didn't mean people from Mexico. It's a nationality, dog. It's so crazy retarded to me that they can hide behind, it's not even like coded language at this point. Like, this has nothing to do with Israel or Jews or anything at all. What the fuck does that comment even mean? There's such an Israeli coded, it's so crazy spiritually Israeli. It's like a normal thing. Oh my god.
Went through with snarker.
Then the Snark Discord. And here's where we find out some shit. Apparently, in the Snark Discord, you want to know who's in the Snark Discord, Devon?
Who?
Chud Logic, Turkey Tom, Nicholas Diorio, and Willie Mac Show. And do you want to know what Willie Mac Show fucking posted in the Snark Discord?
What?
Want to help me find Bruce Klein's preschool?
Bro.
I just want to kill myself. I want to kill myself. So, yeah. Then, Asmongold says he completely agrees with Ethan Klein's lawsuit. This is a 7-minute clip of Asmongold talking about the lawsuit. Let's get it.
Defamation lawsuit between H3 and Idubbbz, because that did sound pretty concerning. Because there's always been like an unwritten rule on the internet, not just YouTube, where if there's beef online, it stays online. And
if there's beef on, like, calling somebody a pedophile who molests their own children isn't beef. I think that is not beef at all. That is a crazy, insane, ridiculous, deranged, fucked up, totally out of pocket thing to say about somebody. That is totally different. Like, I agree with him, but I think that there is a line that you do not cross, and they repeatedly crossed that line with Ethan, and they did that because they dehumanized Ethan, because they used, I think, his ethnicity and his apparently like his indirect affiliation with Israel as the justification for why it's okay for them to dehumanize, and completely tried to destroy his life methodically. And they did try to do that. They tried to attack his sponsors. They tried to get him banned. They tried to get his children taken away. They tried to, do all kinds of other things too. They harassed him. And this is only the stuff that Ethan made public. There were people harassing Ethan in real life over this.
that had always been etched in the stone tablets, the fucking 10 Commandments. of online discourse.
I think that was true, but the problem is that whenever you say things that are like, for example, like whenever you're talking about literal crimes, like molestation, weaponizing a government service, death threats, rape, sexual assault, like these are legitimate, real, serious things. This is not this isn't like, for example, like I have a beef with even like me and Hassan, for example. Like there's nothing that Hassan does and nothing that I would hope that at least he thinks that I do that like warrants that level of like an escalation.
Diabolical, like harassing, stalking stuff, sending CPS. I remember that. Like,
why is the snark community justified, but Ian, who's enabling it, isn't?
Family went through with snarkers in particular.
Yeah.
I know that the CPS and the human skulls incident are like a legitimately traumatizing thing, like the fraudulent
It's
CPS
really bad,
call.
yeah.
Like, I get how inexcusable and abhorrent that is. I really do. But I just truly don't believe that this lawsuit is in any way, shape, or form helpful to anyone outside of the lawyers.
It absolutely is, because it is a chilling effect on anybody who would weaponize and use tools that way in the future, and it opens them up for the possibility that they could be held legally accountable. The reason why he's doing that isn't even necessarily for this situation. It's to provide a basically expectation that when you engage in legal actions, there will be legal solutions.
I want to kill myself
That's
right
it.
now.
I completely agree with Ethan. I do. And the message is that there should be real repercussions for somebody who is literally saying with no evidence that you are a pedophile that molests your children. There should be repercussions for somebody that maliciously weaponizes a government service to take your children away. It doesn't matter whether it wins or not. It matters whether it hurts. And it should hurt. Doing that that's not internet beef to this and the principle of it, but I think that there's a line for everything, and the people that attacked Ethan clearly crossed that line, and they did so in such an extreme and awful way that, and you have to keep in mind that, and this is another component that you might never even consider, is that what Ethan reveals, and Destiny retracted the statement too, yeah. And it's like, if this is happening to you, right, and there are people harassing your kids or harassing your parents or doing this and then like trying to weaponize different things to attack them, I think that really you probably have a very different outlook. I mean, I think this is true for anybody, not Charlie necessarily, but just anybody. Whenever this happens to you directly, and again, like these are not, like I think that there's a big difference between internet drama and crimes. And whenever you, again, are weaponizing legal services and you are enabling people to do that and telling them to do that, or not necessarily telling, but like gassing them up to do it, then guess what? Because, like, again, keep in mind that, like, him pushing around, I think Charlie's very libertarian, like Thomas Massey. I think that a lot of people's values will, like, I'm not saying this really necessarily about him, right? I like Charlie a lot, but I think that it's easy to say that when it's not happening to you.
I don't know if he was
It's very
recording this
easy
in the
to
same
say
day,
that
but
this is
he's wearing the
litigious
same
and not
shirt.
necessary when you haven't had your reputation systematically destroyed for 3 years based off of not agreeing that Israelis should be mindlessly murdered at a concert. Like, this is, it's very easy to say that whenever it's not happening to you. I think that really listening to what Ethan is saying, what happened to him, I think it makes perfect sense. Why start people to understand that when a group of streamers say one thing, the viewers go out and take action? Yes, definitely. Isn't bridging a gap between real world and online threats? So Idubbbz only retracted and apologized when he was sued. He even laughed off the cease and desist. Well, yeah, he did. And the reason why, again, and also, like, Idubbbz isn't sorry. The thing is, like, you can't, like, realistically, you're probably not going to be able to actually win a lawsuit against Idubbbz. Like, I don't think so. It's like the process is the punishment. He's going to have to spend a bunch of money. It's going to be awful for him, right? And so, like, that's obviously what happens. But, like, again, you should not engage and, you know, like, put your time into, for example, any of this stuff at all. For him, Pegasus said since Hassan spoke about him, his DMs are filled with racist death threats. Well, yeah, and this is what happens, right, is that when you engage inside of this realm of these, like, crazed leftist people, they will make death threats at you. They will try to dox you. They will try to attack you, in like a real life vectors as well. They'll try to do all kinds and all forms of reputation destruction and other forms of basically, like, I don't think terrorism is really the right word, but they will try to terrorize you. That's what they will try to do. And so, like, the only solution to that is to terrorize them. That is the only way that you can solve it, because everything else they don't listen to. This is the only way to get them to stop. Ethan tried to be reasonable with these people for 3 years. Charlie misunderstood what Idubbbz said entirely. You should see it. Well, I don't know what Idubbbz said. I have no idea. But I like Charlie a lot, and I see I see where he's coming from. But I disagree with the Ethan case. I do. I completely disagree with it, and I think that Ethan is totally justified in suing Idubbbz.
Then Ethan comes back with a 12-minute response to Hassan and Charlie's coverage. I want to die.
You did it to yourself, man. I'm telling you. This is
Well,
why I don't talk about these people no more.
can I just say we're still on June 12th?
This is how much stuff Austin just kept spamming me with.
I'm gonna kill myself. Here we go.
I found him to be reasonable and thoughtful about it. I mean, I'm not pressed about it at all. I think he was fair. It's nice he reached out to me. Or no, so I'm not on Twitter, so he reached out to someone I know, and then I reached out to him. But anyway, we actually ended up talking about it a fair bit, and he agreed to read a statement I wrote, which I thought was all nice and fair. So and by the way, people are entitled to disagree with me. Like, I know when I started going down these roads that a lot of people would disagree with me, and that's totally fine. I'm not mad because he doesn't agree with what I'm doing. But what's interesting is his first video was very much like, anyway, he put out his first video, which was essentially disagreeing with the sentiment of my lawsuit, but also he was kind of shitting on Ian for being a giant dickhead for doing what he did. Very much like
Do I have to get a Tom McDonald PNG now? Think about it.
He wasn't picking a side, let's say, right? And so our fans were very reasonable about it. I saw everybody was like, that's fair. He was being fair.
You there, Devon?
No, I didn't see really any toxicity or anything. People were generally
I have to get a fucking Tom McDonald PNG.
But you can imagine Hassan and people like that on Twitter.
Tom McDonald that much.
Snarkiverse.
Fuck you.
That infest Twitter and Reddit they were enraged that he didn't completely shit on me. I mean, he definitely disagrees with me. He made that pretty clear, right? But it wasn't enough to just disagree. They required complete fealty. And so then he made another video today kind of responding to that. So I'll go over the broad strokes of these and give my thoughts on it.
It isn't Ian's. This comes from Destiny, and he found this screenshot, and he...
So basically, Destiny said it, not Idubbbz. But here's the thing. Destiny said this in a chat, in a fleeting moment. And immediately afterwards, he made it clear that I haven't been able to find the comment, but I've seen it. I've showed it to my lawyer. But he says something to the effect of, he was talking about someone else, and he said, oh, well, that person's actually a pedo, unlike Ethan. The point is that he wasn't really put out there as a serious accusation, right? But what Ian, so Snark took this and turned it into a whole Snark talking point. They put it all over the subreddit. They put it all over Twitter. They made it like their banner. And then Ian, being a active member of that community, decided it would be a good idea to further broadcast it on his entire live stream on an overlay. So he does the entire broadcast with it overlaid. So first of all, Destiny said it in like a Discord in a passing moment.
So it wasn't
And the
on
con-
stream.
No, it's typed. He
Mhm.
typed it on a Discord. It was on screen for like, I don't know, loading by, right? So Ian took this comment and then put it on the screen for 2 hours. Destiny's comment was never meant to be taken seriously. And although Ian starts by saying, I don't believe it, he also hedges it by saying, but I also think it's a heavy accusation that's worth reacting to. Now, if he didn't believe it and it was outrageous, why would I need to respond to it?
Also, it's a live stream, people click in and out all the time. If you're joining after he said that, you don't know that he doesn't agree with it. Is there a disavow message on screen the whole time?
Yeah,
the message? No.
And that's another great point, is that he says, I don't believe it. That's about 3 seconds of a 2-hour broadcast. The vast majority of times you'll see this reposted to Reddit, to YouTube, to Twitter, to TikTok, wherever it is, you are not going to see Ian saying that he doesn't believe it. You're going to see him basically making a mockery and putting forth this heinous accusation with zero context. And I truly do believe that Snark's end his intention is to cause harm to my family. I mean, there's really no other way. Knowing that CPS came to our house already, and that was one of the big reasons for our initial fallout.
Mm-hmm. In the nicest way possible. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but
on your screen
Ethan's
for 2 hours
threats
straight
is kind of taking me out.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie.
He meant to cause harm to my family. Would anybody be surprised if CPS came again? Like, he couldn't feign outrage at that, right? I mean, that wouldn't be shocking compared to they came the first time when somebody anonymously called them and just said that there was dog shit all over the house and my kids were crawling around and eating it. Just total silly nonsense, right? So, so on one hand, he does say he doesn't believe it at the beginning, but it's like a sliver of a super long broadcast. And also he very much hedges his statement with a lot of cheeky
Devon, do you edge to Anissa?
Although I don't believe it, I will say it really is worth responding to.
Fuck you.
So that's kind of, I feel like Charlie, and again, I don't think he's intentionally doing this, but he's underplaying a little bit of what Ian did and the context of it and how it all happened.
Because it's hard to understand the depth of all of this without following everything.
By the way, I'm not mad at Charlie, and I am not attacking him in any way. In fact, the opposite. I think he was super fair. He listened to me. He put my statement on screen. He read it, which he didn't have to do. He could have just put it there. And so I thought he was as thoughtful as he could be, given, the context that he has. It's a lot. It's going to take me a lot to explain all this shit.
It's a big, bold accusation that's very fucked up.
It is very fucked up, and it's despicable that he would think it's a good idea to post that there.
And then the problem is, and thank you, again, this is a concession. It doesn't seem like much. The bar's so low. But this is part of why people get angry at Charlie, because you can't even concede that it's fucked up of my former friend Ian. And by the way, another thing, Destiny's never been to my house. I don't fucking know Destiny at all, right? As much as people want you to believe that me and him are apparently best friends and talk every night and like collude on how to ruin Hassan's life or something. I literally don't know him at all. Okay. Ian, on the other hand, was my friend of many, many years. He's been to our house. He's met my kids. When he puts something like that on screen, it has credibility, right? Where if Destiny puts it on screen, nobody gives a fuck what Destiny says about me. He doesn't know me at all, right? But Ian does, and that's what makes it even worse, in my opinion. Of the many reasons why, I chose to pursue it against Ian and not Destiny. And I don't see why I have to do both. Like, just because someone else said it doesn't mean it's not defamation. If you put it forth like in the way Ian did, if somebody lies about you and says, Ela robbed a bank, and I know because I saw it. Oh, and then they retract it, right? Or even if they don't retract it, if you take that and put it on screen and it says, Ela says I robbed the bank, you're still rebroadcasting the accusation. And like, it's not any different. You're essentially putting it out yourself.
while knowingly aware that it's not true. So the message isn't Ian's. This comes from Destiny.
By the way, and Charlie, he goes, he knows it's not true, yet he put it up because it was just like a silly, fun thing. Let's just fuck with Ethan, the guy who a massive community of harassing psycho stalkers have been fucking with for like 3 years straight since October 7th, relentlessly. And let's just put it up for shits and giggles that he, does these unspeakably horrific fucking things.
Talking point.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
They start it and then they all spread it everywhere, and they bully you into addressing it.
But essentially, they're kind of doing that when Charlie feels compelled to put out a second video, because even sharing even a shred of empathy for me, even though he ultimately disagrees, it wasn't enough. And so he goes on Twitter, he goes on Reddit, and he sees people losing their fucking mind, calling him this and that, and saying he's a hack, that he's defending me, he's running defense for me, including Hassan, who went on a whole monologue on his stream shitting on Charlie for that video. And, the social media just a total cesspool. It's just dominated by these voices.
Apparently, yeah.
People like me who value my peace, I'm not even on Twitter. Like, these people love it. I don't know if they love it, but they're there. I mean, Hassan is there on Twitter all day, and they're just, this is how they do it. So he's compelled to make a second video, which we'll get into. But I do think it's interesting that, after one day of Charlie being facing with the same people who've been harassing us relentlessly since October 7th, 2023, after one day, they clearly got to him to the point where he felt like making a response video, follow-up video. Now, I would ask anyone to imagine if those same people that got to Charlie after one day spent 3 years relentlessly trying to ruin everything about you, your whole life, and saying shit like, you kill babies, you molest your own children, your children are eating dog shit off the floor, you're sending human skulls, I mean, and also messing with my extended family, my employees. Like, this has been 3 years of this stuff nonstop, man.
Anybody that just comes close to us in any sort of relationship, work-wise, life, anything.
It's he just got a little taste of it, but you could see, and I do want to continually highlight this, and I hope Charlie sees this to some capacity, but in our chat right now, and on our subreddit, everybody's response was super reasonable. And like, even though a lot of people here agree, I mean, listen, there's some people in the community that disagree with me, but I think a lot do agree with me. And the people that did agree with me are saying, like, that was super reasonable. It's nice to see people, the bar is so low for our community. People were like, I'm just relieved to see that he had some empathy at all for you. Right? Versus people just saying like, that's fair. Maybe I disagree with him, but it was like a fair take. Right? Versus when he goes online, when he goes on Twitter and other Reddit communities, I don't know which ones he was looking at, but he's an enemy. He's an enemy now, right? Just because he expressed a little empathy for CPS coming,
That was that. Then Ethan talks about this is Rusty Shackelford. That's okay. Tweeted and they put, man, Ethan Klein's new employee seems to have smoke for him. She called him out on the show in the past, and just the other day says he brings up child molestation every chance he gets.
Where to put forward is this smoke? I don't know. Is this count as smoke for Destiny? So again, he's just. This is why I unwittingly got sucked into the snark we're talking about, because our fans are chill. It's all these like snarking communities who are colluding all over social media everywhere to put forward these narratives. And I have no way to fight. I have no way to fight this tidal wave of bullshit. And someone who's reasonable and thoughtful like Charlie is like unwittingly repeating the stuff. Like saying I have no smoke for Destiny is crazy.
I think he means no legal smoke.
Why would I?
Well,
why would I sue
we don't
him
have a
for what?
legal claim to sue him.
I'm just saying. I think that's what he's referring to.
But what legal smoke? Why would I sue him? Why would I be
Because
suing
he
him?
made. Okay, that's just what I thought.
I mean, something needs to happen that would qualify. With Destiny, it didn't happen.
But everyone else.
It's not like what Ian did.
Okay. Then Destiny calls out Ian and H3 snark communities.
So Destiny is just not on anybody's side.
I guess not.
Reflects the truth or is real in any way. He openly says he doesn't agree with it. He is.
Yeah, but his community does. That's kind of the whole point, right? Is Ian and all these other people are all part of these communities that do believe in the LaGuardia memes, in the Guardia, whatever the fuck that thing was that they were saying is infecting Ethan's kids, and they ended up having a CPS call over. Like, it kind of hits a little bit different over there, mate. I looked to see if Charlie had a Twitter account. He doesn't really. I think he must have left or something, Giardia, because I don't think I saw any posts on it for like a year or two. So it's not like I can reach out or message him. But
That's all he had to say there. Then Ethan responds to Mike from PA, because of course he does. Oh, God. A 5-minute long clip, dude.
The guy whose entire career
And then, of course, suspect number one in the whole fucking ground zero is Mike from PA, the toxic fucking sludge known as Mike from PA.
Hey, don't talk about my boy.
I know, I'm sorry.
He brings me so much joy once a month when he randomly messages me on Twitter.
Can you send me the pic of him and Casey Tron chilling on the couch?
No.
Why? Because he make fun of Charlie's looks. I just want to be ready. Yeah. So, again, Charlie, if you don't know, and you might not, Mike from PA is a member of this snark community that's dedicated to making my life hell, so.
This
And Hassan, attack dog.
Yes, Hassan, infamous Hassan attack dog. And he gets tossed little treats from his son. He gets to come on his stream once every year or two, right? He gets to come on and
Or like get a retweet. It's like
pets.
that's like a national holiday.
Yeah,
like
good dog. But yes,
demonic ethnicity.
Well,
you are
I mean,
getting
that's
a
not
taste
true, because if it was his dog, he would shock
from
him.
the same people that do this to
Yeah.
me relentlessly for the past 3 years.
Front running whatever's going viral is saying that he doesn't know what's going on the internet. All right. I mean, obviously, we got to take his word for it, right? Let's see what videos he's been making. Lego. Watch Mojo got even more pathetic.
Mike's such a fucking idiot. It's just not even. It's like just a dumb, stupid, moronic point. He's such a moron, dude. I love that somehow he ended up in the middle of this.
Cringe. Lego vigilantes. Lego scandal keeps getting messy. But responds to the Lego scandal.
Why are you
Lego
reading it
scandal's
like that?
getting
What's the problem with covering the Lego
His
scandal?
proof is that because he's aware of the Lego scandal, he cannot pretend like he is not running defense for Ethan by not defending
The Lego
denim.
scandal has gone so viral, like everybody knows about it. Everybody's talking about it.
Not Mike from PA. He disagrees with you. This is checkmate.
You want to see?
Extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
Last time, I'm not going to show his messages. I would never leak anything between me and my boy. But he asked me, I forget what it was even. It was about to comment on the lawsuit or something. And this is my response. Let me send it right. No, sorry. I thought I had it loaded up, but I wanted to crop out what he had to say.
It's so funny to me that Mike from PA is the one person he plucked to call out. That's my guy. That's our guy.
This is it right here. This was my response.
Gross, bro. Why are you making me like this?
Oh.
You know, Mike from PA probably has a wall like this in his house. Mike, this photo is from Asmongold's room. Do you think it's blood or gums? Or from his boogers? Blood from his gums or his boogers?
Oh my God. They're showing the photo of like his blood on his walls. Oh.
Oh my God.
We were having a stupid debate about this on the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, that's Asmongold's
And
wall.
it's obviously blood from his in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to wait to see what Mike has.
Do you not know about the blood wall? It's an aside, but Asmongold has a wall in his room, or at least did, full of blood marks because he never brushed his teeth and his gums were always bleeding. So he'd wake up in the middle of the night and wipe blood out of his mouth and then wipe it on the wall.
I just don't know if I believe that. That sounds too crazy.
Did you see the wall?
We don't have to relitigate it.
Did you see the wall?
I do. It looks dirty.
That's a blood wall.
That's a third take. You just think this is just
Dirty with what?
I have focus. Dirt and blood.
What the fuck is that dirty with?
I don't know.
So then we got more leaks from the Snark community. So Ethan saw this. Basically, this is from Willie Mac's show. So this is right before the whole Bruce Klein's preschool thing that he said.
Mm-hmm.
Willie Mac's show said, I am currently working on finding his address. And then he said, I've got the situation handled. So, and the person he's talking to, Hellbent, works for Nicholas Diorio. So, you know. Then, fucking the rest of this, fucking Chud Logic says it's time to put an end to this loser. Nicholas Diorio said, okay. Turkey Tom said who's going to do it. And then the Willie Mac show said, I'll call into his quote-unquote show. Then we were, by the way, Devon, we're finally on June 13th. We're finally at June 13th. Then fucking
for over 2 hours now, by the way.
Oh, great. And fucking Ethan Klein lying about the CPS. Jesus Christ, dude. There's this fucking.
Yeah, the truth is also that this is no longer online. When CPS came to my house, it's not online anymore. This isn't like online creator on creator trying to say, hey, dude, you gotta watch what you say. This is real life shit that landed actual agents of the government at my door to interview my children against my will with the authority to take them from my home and put them in foster care. It's so much different than it was. The minute those people showed up, I went into work and I said, the rules are changing.
This is a lie. This is a lie. Dude, this is a lie. The false DMCAs were before CPS. He registered the nuke with the Library of Congress before CPS. The rules didn't change when CPS got called on you. You're such a fucking liar. You did 5 false DMCAs against the Snark subreddit before CPS was called. And then, before CPS was called, you registered your content nuke video with the Library of Congress, laying your self-admitted trap for other content creators before CPS was ever called. And then you targeted people who had no culpability in CPS being called. It's such a fucking lie, man. It's such a fucking lie.
There's that. Then Gokunaru, fucking, you've heard about Gokunaru and these fucking podcasts. Is fucking, he's the original H3H3 hater. Devon, the original H3H3 hater. Says that Moist Critical deserves praise.
Moist Critical has entered the fray. And I'm not certain that he fully knew what he was walking into, but the read I have is that he has walked in with an utter sincerity, good faith intentions. And unfortunately, I'm worried that very quickly I think he found out this is no place for the holy. This ain't no place for no hero, folks. But it can be. Despite just ever fucking decreasing incentives, there has been progress made, okay? The fact that this conversation has now reached its way to a bigger figure like Moist Critical, you have to keep in mind. Think about how insane it is. And Moist Critical is really, truly one of, if not the first, truly large fucking figure, large commentator with a lot to lose, etc., who's not obviously kind of, a Hassan orbiter of some sort, right? Who is stepping into the fray and trying to offer a more sober analysis. Now the thing is that the well's been poisoned. The waterfall, it's leading into a fucking sewer. And I'm hoping that our boy, Moist Critical, who again, I'll say, is somebody that is just underestimated. Not just on the grounds of, like, you know, him being able to have a fucking opinion and stand on it, right? Because everyone calls him a fucking fence sitter. I've seen this guy take stands, okay? I've seen this guy take stands when it is not advantageous to him. And ironically, one of the stands that he took that I actually agreed with and that I would fucking back up completely is his stance more or less on Idubbbz. Now, obviously, Idubbbz has seen much fucking better days as a commentator. But at the end of the day, do I support him being sued on the basis of a comment that Destiny made, which Idubbbz clarified he doesn't believe to be true, and only because it is easier to sue him in Canada? Abso-fucking-lutely not. On the grounds that it's easier to basically get away with it, that the defamation laws are less strict than they would be in the United States. If you're a commentator and you think that's a good thing, you're disgusting to me. This is not a topic that should be ignored. This is the main event. And I don't say that because I find this entertaining. This is brutal. This has been brutal. Since the campaign started in late 2024 with the Twitch fucking adpocalypse. Holy fuck. And slowly, I've just understood over time, it's corrupt, bro. The entire fucking ecosystem is disgustingly corrupt. And genuinely, it is like a burden off my fucking chest to see someone like Critical, of his own volition, obviously understanding and kind of knowing that this is a brutal can of worms and just a pain in the fucking ass, and he's willing to take an honest look at what's going on here. And despite all of the noise and every other fucking detail that he states, etc., the fact is, he is against these fucking lawsuits. He is advocating in the long-term interest of the commentary community. And that is absolutely fucking worth not just being thankful for, bro. It's worth, in my opinion, championing. Keep in mind, bro, who has really actually been talking out about the lawfare and kind of trying to wade through it? It's smaller fucking commentators like me, like fucking Queeman, like Sleepy. In my opinion, this is something where people who have seen what has been happening, people who have understood where it has been leading, we should have been earlier. At the end of the day, who is it up to call that out, to root that out, etc., etc.? It's up to commentators who actually believe in self-fucking policing the space. And what does self-policing mean? It's very simple. It means speaking your fucking mind. It means providing sharp criticism, not backing down, walking through the fucking mud, and keeping your sights focused on the things that actually fucking matter, which is the principles, bro. It is the fucking principles.
That's what Gokunaru had to say. Then, fucking Nicholas Iorio calls out Chud Logic. After disavowing his editor and Augie RFC, Devon and Augie RFC. Killing myself.
I'm sorry. I should have known better than to trust an English YouTuber. I respected this guy immensely. The way that he navigated his Destiny drama to defend DK editing, I thought he was one of the most principled people I've ever interacted with. I was clearly wrong.
That's all he said. Oh, God. Then there was another leak from the Snark Discord. Fucking Asmongold, disgusting, only dislikes Idubbbz, misunderstood, quote unquote, because of his close association with Hassan. Asmongold, single, broken since Stavrios destroyed him with 20 seconds worth of insults. Asmon Crybaby started crying after, and we can hope he can all turn it around. Brother, oh my God. Then fucking Denims reacts to the clip of the coming clip. I'm just skipping that. Fucking Saval. Fucking Nicholas Iorio clarifies his relationship with the person Ethan Klein asked about in his IG story. He said, to be fair, This stuff is fan art. I've never commissioned any Wiggler from this person. They said they could use it. It's the big reason I've been hesitant with merch. Then, fucking, on top of all of this, Devon, guess who throws his pedophile hat in the ring, Devon?
I have a feeling I already know.
Lakari! Of course, because he returns. And he fucking talks about how fucking that the stuff that was on his hard drive was a fucking 2D hentai game.
By the way, I seen some shit about Lakari where, like, I think he was having his, like, computer investigated or something, but he apparently fucking the reason he didn't get in trouble was apparently, like, before his computer got investigated, he apparently wiped all the fucking CP off of his computer. So
Jesus. Then
Hunter loves Lakari.
Oh yeah, fucking he fucks Lakari. I'll stop.
Hunter's chopped anyway.
Yeah, fucking. But then because Minx is always drunk and wants attention, fucking she tweeted at Idubbbz and Anissa, fucking me and Boblox have agreed to fight. Wins the next clash. Because of course.
There ain't gonna be one, brother. You're living in fucking 2022, big dog.
Bro, she's fucking. It's because she's drunk all the time. But then here's where it gets fucking bad. Even more bad. Devon. Because, as you guys should know by this point, Oliver Tree passed away in a helicopter crash on June 14th of this year. So,
yeah,
you want to know what happened? Because Oliver Tree was on the H3H3 podcast a couple times, right? The Hassan Dick Riders and the Snarks and the Ian and Anissa Dick Riders went out and said stuff like frequent Ethan Klein collaborator Oliver Tree reportedly dead at 32. Then there was people saying, good, I'm glad he's dead. Shouldn't be communicating with fucking Ethan Klein. Pure evil. Fucking. So, yeah, just a fucking bunch of shit like that. How do you feel about that, Devon? Because I didn't feel good about it.
I just have, like, no emotion right now. I'm so dead inside.
Oh, we're still not even close to done! Oh.
Fucking. It's your own fault, Austin.
Oh.
You love these people so much that you can't stop talking about them.
Oh, I just hate my life. Oh, we're on the 14th. About to be on the 15th. Then Hassan comes back with a 6-minute clip. Bro, because of course he does.
I'm sitting here listening to Ron News and Charlie's talking about me. Is this no chat help? Ian watches
Wait,
these. I don't.
He says he's real. I swear to God.
No, this is the second video. He did the first video. I didn't think he gave a fair shake to the situation. I chalked it up to him not being super in tune with what's going on. I even said if Moist knew the extent of the harassment campaigns conducted by Ethan Klein against Ian and Anissa, that he would have a different attitude on it. Or if he knew about the actual timeline of events in terms of like when Ethan started attacking content creators and how he started attacking content creators, that he would probably have a different attitude. Or even if he knew more about the harassment campaigns altogether.
I said, friends sending it to me, or when I do stream, which isn't daily, I'm a semi-retired streamer, but when I do stream.
Look, I think we got to be tactical here. And tactically speaking, if we're being super fucking straightforward about this, you got to think about the utility. The utility of assuming that Moist Critical is perfectly knowledgeable about the lawsuits. Whether that's the case or not doesn't matter. Okay, he was always knowledgeable about the lawsuits, and he was like personally not saying things about it. I don't know if there's a lot of utility in bringing that to the forefront, rather than being like, "Hey, this video was great, and there's a lot more information out there. You know, if you take a look at it, I think you would have a different perspective." I do think that it sided, perhaps, or gave far too much charitability to the party that is engaging in frivolous litigation. But I think it's,
I hate this the way he fucking talks.
better to just
dude.
be like, hey, I'm not going to immediately assume that you're being cynical here and trying to maintain like a centrist position against a lot of content creators that are considered. What? Hassan, why are you trying to kill more Pegasus?
The fuck was that?
Can I say this as someone who has been on the receiving end
Gay is
of
what it was.
Moist Critical's commentary that I found to be not so nuanced, right? I mean, he very quickly did the Kayage video. He's one of the first to do the Kayage video, and I'm still saying that. I mean, Ethan Klein is a menace. Ethan Klein is not only a menace about frivolous litigation, he has a lot of money and he's wasting it in an effort to destroy his enemies, right? In an effort to bury them under costly paperwork. That's number one. Number two, Ethan Klein has done everything that he claims is being done to him, and far worse, to numerous content creators. He is vicious. He's ruthless. He's a bully. He never shies away from bullying content creators. He does it all the time. He does it like a sport, and his community certainly revels in that. His community loves it. They participate in the fun of it all. So what he claims is snark subreddits or whatever. His community is a snark subreddit. If you had this much smoke for a DMCA takedown should ruin your reputation forever, then people were fair to ask where the smoke was for an actual lawsuit trying to restrict fair use. Now he doesn't know. Does he still agree with that? No, I don't think he does. And I do think that he's being nicer to Ethan Klein than he should be. I think he's being, in an effort to maintain a fair position while simultaneously not siding too much with unfavorable parties, because let's be real, in the spaces that Moist Critical occupies, in the spaces that we all occupy, we are the minority position. In the real world, we're not the minority position, but on the internet, the drama and the slop tuber adjacent spaces, we are not the norm. Our worldview is actively undermined. Our worldview is actively under attack. And I do think that that reflects on who, not just Charlie, but who everyone else hears from as well. I see this as baby steps moving in the right direction. Perhaps I'm too optimistic, but even the brief coverage afforded to it, while many might consider too little too late, is a step in the right direction that things are actually shifting. The reason why I say this is because for the last 3 years, there wasn't a real peep from not only Charlie, but the overwhelming majority of the commentary YouTube community was actively in support of Ethan's lawsuits, regardless of the fact that they were very obviously frivolous on its face. Lay a trap for specific content creators that he doesn't like due to the commentary that they actually deployed on this video, and he doesn't like their political perspective, and that's literally the reason why he was, launching this suit against them, as opposed to XQC and Asmongold and numerous other people that actually watched the content themselves and didn't offer like anything extravagant as far as reactions goes in comparison to like Morgan or Denims or even Casey Tron. And Casey Tron was the only person that was able to, I guess, fundraise enough to be able to continue this lawsuit, and instead of like getting a default judgment or potentially conceding like Casey Tron did. And Denims, I'm glad she pursued it because of that pursuit, we found out that Ethan's own legal claims that his lawyer made were used against him in the default judgment. In the default judgment that came out, sorry. He meant Denims, not Casey, sorry. Oh, sorry. Yes.
To me,
The fact that people sit here and genuinely listen to Hassan and actually like
trying to
him
enforce
is
real
like
fair use and are
mind-boggling.
potentially just coming from a place of revenge.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know the intricacies of everyone.
I don't know why he always like qualifies it. 100% that is the case. Like, this is what I mean. You don't have to qualify it this hard. I mean, look, it's your show, and I'm not implying anything, but it's just like it is confusing to me why there is this layer of qualification every time where it's like, well,
kind of feels to me like Ethan Klein is maybe engaging in an act of revenge, petty vengeance. Yeah, I mean, you're right. He is. That is what he's doing, and it's not a real lawsuit. There was no real harm done, and it's very obvious. And not only that, but Ethan has also like gotten away with it, as you also correctly called out, because nobody wants to defend the people that he was seeking to punish. There are not a lot of allies, not for the rest of the normies or anything like that, but there are not a lot of allies in the commentary sphere for female content creators in particular. Let's be real, okay?
Bro.
And some of these female content creators are also very outspoken, so that's, 2 strikes. And they were outspoken on an issue that is considered a no-touch issue like Israel, so that's 3 strikes and you're out.
Okay.
Of course, you had to mention Israel, bro. Of course, of course.
They always said that Charlie Kirk was a Nazi, then they celebrated after the. They tried to tell us that Black Lives Matter and that white people have always been villains. They burning flags in the streets and they scream at police taking illegals to prison.
That's what Hassan listens to, bro. I'm so fucking tired of it.
On their bedroom walls and they swear to God that men can be women. They're scrolling through their TikToks to get the news.
Fuck's sake, dude. Lee, dude. It's fucking 3:30 in the goddamn morning, dude.
We're not even close.
And it's your fault, so.
Hey, we've almost got to Idubbbz' apology. That's at least a plus. Fucking where I thought it was over.
Yeah, and Austin was sorely mistaken because he texted me and said, "Oh my God, Devon, I think it's over. I think it's over." And then a couple minutes later, never mind, it's not over. I fucking hate my life.
I do. But Asmongold, another 3-minute clip, bro.
That illustrates that maybe these lawsuits aren't coming from a genuine place of trying to
Again, wearing the
enforce real
same
fair
shirt.
use and are potentially just coming from a place of revenge. Now, I don't know the intricacies of every.
I think that if you upload somebody's content and you intentionally say that you're trying to upload it to deprive the original creator of revenue, I think that you should forego every protection from fair use possible. I don't see how that in any way, shape, or form is good faith, fair use at all.
Well, that was Asmongold. Fucking. Then Hassan's back again, Devon. Hassan is back again. Devon, are you ready?
Whether we like to admit it or not, even if amongst the normie sphere, okay? Amongst the normie sphere, politics is very different than the internet. Specifically YouTube commentary. There are many different pockets of very woke places online. You got TikTok. There's a woke slant there, maybe even hyper woke at times. But a lot of the commentary sphere get their notes from Twitter and Reddit. And unfortunately, Reddit is very malleable and easy to brigade, and Twitter is a neo-Nazi shithole. This reflects the output of the commentary sphere altogether. Okay? So the commentary sphere has found itself in this like weird, edgy centrist to right-wing attitude on a lot of issues, and therefore, people like myself are persona non grata. I am literally the #1 op of virtually every drama tuber. Virtually every content creator on the commentary sphere has presented me as literally the worst fucking person. Okay? They talk about me more than they talk about Donald Trump, for example. They talk about me more than they talk about the far-right figures, for example. Or even if they do talk about far-right figures, what do they always say? Oh, this guy Asmongold, he fucked up. Rarely ever do they criticize Asmongold, but when they do, they'll say, well, Hassan and Asmongold are 2 sides of the same coin. Now, for adults with a functioning brain, they know that that's fucking ridiculous, right? It's totally ridiculous. This is what I studied. This is what I went to college for. This is what I do professionally. And
And not only do I do this professionally, but I also, am literally about to go and talk to 2 congressional candidates, right, at the same time. So there is no parity there. There is no equivalence there, not even a moral equivalence, no political equivalence whatsoever. But from the perspective of even the most woke adjacent commentary content creators, they do look for a parity there. The reason for why is because the attitude in this sphere is unbelievably slanted to the fucking far right.
Oh my god. Oh, by the way, going back to the Oliver Tree thing, you want to hear Denham's reaction?
Not really.
Well, you're gonna, because it's gonna piss you off.
2 helicopters collided in midair before crashing into an electric vehicle yard, killing 6 people. For people who don't know, he's like a musician, singer, songwriter, and it's kind of it's kind of sad. I actually really like music, man. I actually did really like his music. R.I.P. to.
That was it. That was it. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Then Devon, here it is. Here it is. The apology, Devon. Here it is. June 15th. Oh, God.
Want to take away from the purpose of this video, and that is to apologize to Ethan Klein and his family, especially his kids. Basically, Ethan is suing me for having rebroadcasted a statement made by Destiny on my stream. I did display the very disgusting comment for 40 minutes, and it was wrong. It was a comment from Destiny, and I even said that I don't agree with it, but it sort of highlights how I knew that it was a wrong thing to put out there into the universe and show people. Regardless of the point I was making, it was wrong. I was angry, and I was like, how do I get this guy to, one, not clip me, not mock me and harass me on his live stream, and 2, this guy's a fucking bully. I'm angry. I'm angry that this multimillionaire is silencing people and suing people who have a much smaller audience than he does, and can barely defend themselves. And so I'm angry. I don't like bullies. So I wanted to do something that would have an impact.
You don't like bullies,
and
considering the
without
fact that
checking
you are
in
one.
with myself of whether or not that was a right or wrong thing to do. I justified it in my head at the time. I was like, okay, well, it's not my words, and it's actually said by a really bad guy, Destiny. Not a fan of that guy. It's very clear that it was never the right thing to do. It was a comment about Ethan and his children, and it was disgusting. I said at the time in the stream that I don't agree with it, but still sharing it and broadcasting it to people for 40 minutes, that was an irresponsible and reckless thing to do, especially for parents. Like, there are many parents with kids out there who do not want to see that shit, and it's painful. And I'm sure it was extremely painful for Ethan and Hila to read that shit and have it pop up again and again and again. And just because it's coming from a piece of shit guy, and I'm showing it to people like, look what this piece of shit said, it's wrong. It's wrong to do. And I didn't come to this overnight, right? Like, to be frank, I'm angry. I do not like Ethan. I think he's doing a lot of damage to people online. And it changed the way that I was thinking about it. I didn't think about it. I didn't ground myself. I didn't think about, who is actually being affected in this instance. And Ethan's family and his kids are being affected. You know, I just because I don't like Ethan, I think it's wrong to find an attack vector that is his kids. It's foul. It's not okay. And I think it was wrong for me to use the Destiny screenshot as a cudgel to make my point. I didn't need to use the Destiny screenshot to make my point. There's a million other ways I could have done it, but I didn't. And I regret that I didn't, and I regret that I ever put that screenshot on my live stream. You know, that's the main reason why I feel like I do need, for myself, for my soul, to own up to this and acknowledge that I went too far. It wasn't okay. Ethan and Hila and their family do not deserve that. At the end of the day, whatever happens with the lawsuit is what it is. For myself, I needed to make it known on the internet that what I did was wrong, and I don't want to be that person. I don't want to behave that way. I want to make content that I'm proud of. I don't want to give in to a harassment back and forth online. I want to put my energy into making content that I can be proud of and that I'm not going to be.
The content you're proud of, like reviewing fucking dryer sheets. Okay.
that's he's apparently proud of that.
Check in with myself and know.
Can we do a video where we fucking just like review Tide Pods, Devin? Like I think that'd be a banger, wouldn't it?
This is a message I want to spread.
If I had a Tide Pod right now, I'd fucking down it.
And Hila and your family, you guys didn't deserve that. I'm going to think about all of this a lot more, I'm sure. But for now, I really do want to just get back to making the content that I want to make.
Oh, God, dude. Then Mike from PA fucking is annoyed about Idubbbz' new apology.
I just because I don't like Ethan, I think it's wrong to find an attack vector that is his kids.
It's okay. You're not attacking him for like I get that he's doing an apology because maybe he feels bad, but you weren't doing an attack vector on Ethan Klein's kids. You weren't. You were showing his hypocrisy. He doesn't care about defamation. He doesn't care about copyright. He cares about attacking the enemies of Israel and the friends of Hassan Piker. That's what it's about. It's not about. No one was legitimately thinking that you were saying.
Yeah,
you were saying,
Devin. Because it's not about Devin. It's not about his children, Devin. He doesn't care about his children. All he cares about is going after Hassan and his friends because of Israel. Isn't that right, Devin?
They always said that Charlie Kirk was a Nazi, then they celebrated after they killed him.
That's my response.
I don't know what to fucking say, dude. Oh.
Source. Notice how he doesn't give a shit about defamation when it comes from Destiny. Destiny fucking giggled when he reacted to Ethan Klein talking about it because he knows it's true. Does anybody have a link to that? Someone find me a link of Destiny reacting to Ethan saying they didn't have any of this to Destiny about. No, I just.
Then the Snarkers are starting to fight. I could just hear the anguish. I could just hear the anguish.
I just don't care anymore. I just don't care.
So Froggy Tonic and Jake Chinatown started having a fucking argument because Jake Chinatown retweeted a tweet about smashing Ethan's kids on tree trunks.
This is just the point we're getting to. We've been doing this for fucking almost 3 hours, and we're sitting here talking about people I don't even know who the fuck they are at 3:47 in the fucking morning, dude.
Oh, But then, well, here's somebody you know about because Anissa responded to the apology that Idubbbz made. Devon, Anissa said, "Please do not apply U.S. laws to Canadian courts. Canada's legal system encourages genuine self-reflection and earnest apologies. Please trust that what is being done feels right." Ian's apology was also not done to avoid the lawsuit. It was done because he felt like it was something he wanted to do for himself.
Yeah, sure.
And then, fucking on some fucking Turkey Tom, hey, it's Tippy with the 223, tipster.
Oh, your favorite.
Fucking tipster. Oh, by the way, Ethan dropped the lawsuit at this point. He dropped the lawsuit. Fucking Tipster says, hearing Ethan Klein refer to his fans as chill is insane to me as someone who was a direct target of his fans to the point that he sent me to the darkest depression episode I've ever experienced. I can assure you that a significant amount of his fans are not chill. Hey, Tipster, you are a pedophile defender!
Maybe they came after you because, I don't know, you defended fucking Vosh. Maybe that's why, bro.
And then this person named Irene Geller posted, Tipster is 100% right about Ethan Klein fans, and I have no problem with saying that, even though he still has me blocked. What actually hurts to say is that Ethan was right about Tipster and Keffels and Vosh. They died on that lolly hill that were buried with their boots on. So
you're acknowledging that he's a pedo defender, but then you're saying he's right. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep,
And then
hard drives.
And then, Devin, guess what? Hassan's back.
Great.
Yeah, every time Idubbbz has apologized, he's been really careful to point out the tweeting question over and over, and Ethan still refuses to sue Destiny. Yeah. It is Israel behavior. It is. It is literally.
Because it's Israel, Devin. Israel.
They always said that Charlie Kirk was a Nazi, then they celebrated after the
Wants to now take every time I've said this is spiritual. Okay, and with the AI.
It's Israel, Devin. It's all Israel's fault.
This is all I hear when Hassan
If someone said this is spiritually South African during apartheid South Africa, I don't think people would be fucking complaining, you know? So. It's ironic because, like, when you change the wording like that, it changes the meaning. If I said something is spiritually Canadian, no one would think that it's a pejorative. If I say something is spiritually Rhodesian, though, people will understand exactly what I'm talking about. They're so fucking stupid. I thought you were online. How the fuck do you know this shit? Who the fuck is Dan Saltman? He's Dan Stalkman. He's like a 60-year-old who spends it.
Oh my god.
Go tell the parents of the kids who were killed. Illegal immigrants are really the victims. They say America ain't safe if you're black or trans or gay. I think it's way more dangerous to be a Christian.
Jesus. Well, next
That's
we
all
have.
I hear every time Hassan opens his mouth is just this song.
Well, fucking. The way he just always talks about how fucking it's Israel's fault, you know, but next we got.
I always wonder. He talks about Israel so much. What the fuck does Israel think about Hassan? Do people from Israel even know who he is?
They probably don't even care. If I'm being honest with you, like.
Golly, man, he glazes Israel. Jesus.
Fucking. But fucking Asmongold again. Fucking 7-minute clip, by the way, on the apology video.
display the very disgusting comment for 40 minutes, and it was wrong. It was 40 minutes.
God, man, fucking
Jesus
Asmongold
Christ.
is like fucking if Kyle fucking popped off.
It's a comment from Destiny, and I even said that I don't agree with it.
He's wearing a slightly different shirt, Devon.
It's sort of
Oh my god.
What absolute disaster of a fucking night.
out there.
What an absolute fucking shit show.
Rat fucking lying weasels. It totally catches them out, and it makes them. The fact is that like whenever you hit these people with legal papers, they have to.
We're almost done. We're almost done, I promise.
Internet games like, oh, I just thought I'd bring it up.
Oh, but I thought you wanted to beat my record, Austin.
Because you
No, I don't. I don't want to beat that.
You stay up till 6 in the morning if we have to.
No.
Sitting around saying this,
Nah,
and
bro.
trying to pretend like that wasn't exactly what you were trying to say.
Oh, you think it's so funny? Let's stay up till 8 a.m., Austin. Let's do it.
Multi-millionaire, you're
Nah.
a multi-millionaire.
You think it's so funny? You want to laugh?
I don't think it's funny. I'm just dead inside, man.
Like you're acting like you're getting spawn camped. You've been a popular creator for longer than Ethan has. What are you talking about? You ruined your own career. So if you're talking about not making any money, that's your fault. You decided to do this.
Dude, holy shit.
Nasty little weasel.
Don't tell them I'm being a nasty little weasel. I don't like bullies.
So I wanted you are a bully. You were a bully for years. Your entire career was being a bully. Your content was bullying people. But you had the moral upper hand of it. And you know what I think is really funny? Is you're still doing
He
the
probably
same
smells
thing,
worse than like
except you
the rotting
changed the
corpse of
target.
Springtrap.
Instead of making content about people who are, internet assholes like Keemstar or Leafy or
Oh
somebody
my
like
god,
that, now you're
probably.
making content about people who have the wrong politics. You're the same person. You just basically went from doing it in one direction to doing it in another. You're still doing it.
Oh man.
You're still doing that. You're still the same.
Asmongold's the same guy that fucking like will stream and be talking about this shit, but then he'll fucking look at his shirt and see a cockroach.
This was necessary. You had Creator Clash. Everything was going well for you. And you had 2 events that you put on. Yeah, they lost money. It is what it is. But, like, you guys did a good job. You and Anissa did a good job doing that. But you said that's not enough. I want to see people of mentally ill online jihadi leftists. And you did that. And you succeeded. You even made a whole video for them. And you allowed them to use your channel to do that. And you think that you hate bullies. You are the bully. You have been the bully the entire time. What a little rat. But
this
still
like
sharing it, broadcasting it.
microphone.
You wanted to put out, the reason why you put it out there is because you wanted to spread the narrative. That's the reason why you did it.
I know his breath is hot, bro. There's no way. Like,
Radicalize the fringe groups of your community and other snark communities to weaponize your words through, or Destiny's words through you, as a justification to continue weaponizing legal services against Ethan. That's what you were doing. That's clearly what you were doing. Everybody knows that's what you were doing. And you know that's what you were doing.
Wrong. It's wrong to do. And I didn't, the thing is that
it's wrong
you spread it because you thought it was true. Like, for example, whenever Destiny defamed Hassan, allegedly, and he said that Hassan hooked up with like a 15-year-old girl in a brothel. If you look at the way that I covered that and I talked about it, I said it was an extreme.
Hooking up with a 15-year-old.
oh, we talked about that. Remember, that was the brothel allegations that Destiny talked about. Here, I'll replay it for you.
Spread it because you thought it was true. Like, for example, whenever Destiny defamed Hassan, allegedly, and he said that Hassan hooked up with like a 15-year-old girl in a brothel. If you look at the way that I covered that and I talked about it, I said it was an extreme accusation. I don't think that it's true. And if it's not true, Hassan should sue him. So, like, it's very easy to address this in a way that's honest if you actually don't want to egg people on believing that.
So
This is an apology. Yeah,
Austin.
this is
So
called an apology,
if I
guys. I didn't know
say
that.
that you're a pedophile,
Not
is that an
I think he's
extreme
doing a lot of
accusation, and
damage
are you
to
gonna sue me
online.
for it?
Why? How?
No, because I know you're just fucking with me.
How? And
Okay. So
it changed the
fucking
way
if a
that
stranger
who's he doing
said you were a
damage to?
pedophile,
Went too far.
would you sue them?
It wasn't okay.
If
I
they
want
genuinely
to
thought I was, yeah.
content that I'm proud of.
I mean,
don't-
probably not sue them. I'd probably punch them in the face. If I'm being completely honest.
You would get sued for assault.
Harassment campaign with
Oh, they would be
people
stoked,
that
man.
were or instrumental, excuse me, in having CPS weaponized and
Well,
sent to his
here's the thing. Here'd be my plan here. So, like, if they were to assume that I was a pedophile, which I'm not on my Kyle shit. But like, nah, bro. But like, knowing a lot of people nowadays, they like to hit pedophiles. So if they think I'm a pedophile, they're gonna hit me first. Then I just hit back.
Yeah, then you can be like Dads Against Predators, Austin, and get sentenced to 40 years in prison.
Well, I wouldn't get sentenced to 40 years in prison because he would hit me first. I'd be defending myself.
Not if you're a pedophile.
No, I'm not a
done this,
pedophile, bro.
right?
Fuck you.
Like he shouldn't, and
Nah.
it's so funny for me to see this.
Coming soon in
An
2027.
apology.
Nah, bro. This is how dead inside we are. This is how dead that we're having this conversation, bro. Like, this is fucking. Oh my god.
I said it very clearly. Like if you are
I don't even know he's even talking anymore at this point because I'm not even paying attention.
It's fucking Asmongold still.
I can't help every time fucking Asmongold talks. He sounds like this.
There's a disagreement about politics. It's like there's
That's what he
nothing
fucking
really
sounds
worse
like,
that you
bro.
can
He's
say
so
about
fucking
somebody.
retarded.
Like being a rapist or a pedophile are like in a lot of ways worse than being a murderer. Like at least socially, right, on the internet. So I don't really think this is will he go after Destiny? Well, I don't think he'll really need to, right? I think Destiny already like walked it back or something. I have no idea.
Destiny's a pedophile,
and also
bro.
like Ethan explained that. I don't know why. I mean, ultimately, Idubbbz. Here's the other thing too: is that like Destiny hasn't gone around and made multiple videos and content about how Ethan is like enabling a genocide or something else. And he also, Destiny, as far as I know, hasn't enabled people to call CPS or anything else.
Oh, he has enabled fucking
not because he means it. That's okay.
16-year-olds.
And I think also Idubbbz is. I think he's not really sorry.
Child porn
How
on
that
his
will be
computer.
proven is his
Yeah.
behavior in the future. I think he will continue to insinuate very, very like awful things about people, and he will play up other people to do the same thing. And so I don't believe anything that he's saying at all. I don't.
Oh, God.
So, it's like you're just being a weasel. You're being a weasel just like you've always been. And it's just you're using different versions.
Oh, then Devon Hassan again.
I don't think he should have ever apologized to Ethan Klein. Let's be real, but if it gets his ass, out of costly litigation, even though it's like totally defensible litigation, you gotta do what you gotta do. A little bit of pressure from Moist Critical, by the way, and Ethan Klein folded like a fucking picnic table. Folded like a goddamn napkin. Ethan Klein has dropped his defamation suit against Idubbbz after being widely mocked online. He had attempted to sue Idubbbz for showing a comment written by streamer Destiny accusing Ethan of molesting his own children. He is fucking... Ethan is so nasty. So fucking nasty. Straight up. Alright, drop the rest of the fucking suits then, big guy. Like, this is why I wasn't so critical of Moist Critical. Because a little bit of pushback, and I think it forced him to buckle. You know? A little bit of pushback, and he was far more, he was far more responsive. Obviously, we can fucking talk our shit on this side of the internet all day, every day. The reality of the matter is, no, it's not even a loss of subscribers. He's been hemorrhaging subscribers nonstop, partially due to this, battle that he decided to wage against anyone and everyone that's ever made him feel bad. Entire commentary sphere on the internet is unbelievably slanted to the right. Okay? You know this already. You've seen it already. I am a recipient of their endless amounts of hate. But when it's Moist Critical that comes out, it's like,
Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Ow.
all of a sudden, all of the forces of the commentary sphere
What is
will
that?
take a second look at what Ethan's been doing and maybe realize that this wasn't a legal pursuit that they should be celebrating. And that's what it takes sometimes.
Statement made by Destiny on my stream.
TikTok remix.
I did display the very disgusting comment for 40 minutes, and it was wrong. It was a comment from Destiny, and I even said,
and you know, the whole part about like Hassan hasn't like defended me or whatever.
Could you find the one that's like mixed with Wreck-It Ralph?
Obviously, for people with working brain cells, they very quickly understood what that was. With Caseytron, Ian's apology was not done to avoid the lawsuit. It was done because he felt like it was something he wanted to do for himself. Yeah, I can see that. In any case, you know, I obviously disagree with it. I don't think he should have apologized for it. But if he felt the need that he wanted to apologize for showing someone else's comments, Ian has said this 2 other times already. It's just after the Moist vid, Ethan said he wanted a sincere one and he would drop the suit. Ugh, gross. Gets to behave like a fucking petulant child, a sociopath, where he's just like, apologize to me again, a 3rd time, and maybe I'll consider dropping the lawsuit. It's just bullying. You have a lot of money, and you get to fucking bully other people, and it's crazy that it's like in Idubbbz' situation,
remix.
in Idubbbz' situation, I'm sure this is sincere. I'm sure it was.
Alright, that was a song. Okay. Devon, we're so close to being done. We just got like 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 more posts left. Devon, we have 10 more posts left and there's no more Hassan.
Great.
Okay. 6 minute. Fucking goddamn Ethan.
When did I say on the show that I would drop it if he made it genuine? Last Friday. That was last Friday. Yeah, so I forget why it came up, but I was just basically saying that with Ian, if he issued a genuine apology, I would consider dropping the lawsuit because he had issued some kind of like lukewarm apology after I sent a cease and desist. I was like, well, that doesn't seem genuine, right? And so I believe it was 2 days ago. What happened?
God,
it was Monday.
Yeah, so
you know, we said
Ian
that
put out
was
this video, and I'll say on his main channel,
as a joke,
which
but you know,
immediately
Hassan
I
reacted
thought
to
was
that
very
song.
I did not
very
know
good.
that.
That he was
He actually
willing
listens
to
to Tom
stand
about
on it on his main channel,
Great.
his biggest loudspeaker. Right? And so I thought that was good. I thought that was a nice gesture to put it here. And let's hear his apology and see if it is genuine or whack. I thought it was genuine. And I'm
He's just reacting to it, so I'm just not even gonna go with it or whatever. But he fucking like basically reacted to it. Then Hassan, not Hassan, sorry, Ethan, fucking did it again. 3 minutes.
Let's see if you guys can pick this up.
We did. Predictably, people are angry with Ian. The snarkers are not happy. And who's King Snark? The one that gives them all their marching orders?
I don't think he should have ever apologized to Ethan Klein, let's be real, but
Remember what he's apologizing for. Saying I assault my children. Like, what could possibly be wrong with apologizing for that? What?
What could be wrong with that?
How can he have a problem with that?
Do you think he has a problem with child marriage or no? You think?
I mean, I feel like you'd have to ask.
I think it's the question.
I mean, some people out there are apparently for it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
4 o'clock in the
I
morning.
am for
I'm so
the bill
done.
to end it. Only.
How many more
You should
videos?
have ever
is there?
apologized to Ethan Klein. Let's be
I
real, but
believe this
gets his
is.
ass,
I think there's like only a
if he
couple
gets
more
his
after
ass
this,
out of costly
and the rest is like
litigation, even though
actual
it's like totally
just
defensible
go stuff
litigation.
after weed.
I
How
don't
long
know
is it?
that. Like, you're going to defend
I don't
that.
think they're long.
I just. It's like he's
Fuck you.
this is how he operates. Is he's giving out the marching orders.
It's his fault.
Like, hey, we should be mad at this, and he was extorted by Ethan to apologizing, and he probably doesn't mean it, and it's totally fine to say Ethan
mentally disabled.
assaults his children. That is
You,
protected
dude.
speech, guys.
I don't know how you like these
But why
people.
even bother
I
to comment on
don't,
it?
bro.
You could have easily just not said it.
Golly, man.
You know, you got to do what you got to do.
I just thought that was amusing. He should have never apologized. Like, I think we should all have some calibration for being, all of us, or anyone who's reasonable can look at that and be like, you know what? That went too far. Like, even someone like Hassan, why is that so hard? I mean, the guy said I assault my children, man.
Everything has to do with Israel, Ethan. That's
If you're not going to
why.
apologize for saying that, what will you ever apologize for? That's all I wanted to show. You know, and my attorney wanted to include like a non-disparagement and stuff, and I told them no non-disparagement. They can say anything they want about me. We can talk about each other. It's not about silencing him at all. Obviously, don't talk about my kid. Don't say that thing. Don't say that again, right? It'd be kind of insane for him to double down on it after I dropped it. But, yeah, I made a point. I'm dropping it. He can continue to say whatever he wants about me. And I him.
And we got Denims. Fucking.
Especially because like a lot of the Ethan apology is like, sorry, the Ian apology is like about how this is real, man. That this like really hurt my family. This is really like hurting me and my family for you to put those messages on the screen. It's like, okay, so it's about harm. Then why did you sue like Casey Tron, right? Like, how did she even?
Fair use, you idiot.
Like a couple hundred people watched her stream. Like, that's just so bizarre. Especially because like a lot.
Then Goknaru fucking talked about Nicholas Diorio. This is the last video. It's only a minute long.
Even streamers that despise the Jamhas and typically defend Ethan Klein, like Nicholas eats Oreos and Keto, disavowed Ethan's lawsuit against Ethan. Yeah, disavowed.
Did you hear my cat?
The word
meow?
disavow,
No.
it rings in my ears like a fucking.
No, he meowed.
It's disgusting.
He said no when he said that.
The way that people have lately used the term disavowal, I disavow this, then never bring it up again. It's the laziest way to basically relinquish yourself of any responsibility. You guys have had a hand. You've been guiding the steering wheel on this for quite a long time. Now, as the bus approaches the brick wall, now instead of trying to grab the steering wheel, that you are actually within proximity of being able to maybe even help out with grabbing the fucking steering wheel and directing everything.
This is just my fucking brain right now. Listen to him go on and on and on. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, this is just my brain right now.
I disavow it.
Alright, that was the last clip, Devon.
Good.
Now we got the sub-drama of Anthony Fantano and Halsey, Devon. Are you ready to hear?
This is all I'm hearing in my brain right now. I can't anymore.
But you don't want to hear about the drama between Anthony Fantano and Halsey?
No!
we got to, though. It's the last little bit. So, fucking, damn it. God damn it. I can't focus, you fucking asshole. So, after all this, Anthony Fantano gave. What are you doing? Fucking gave Halsey's The Great Impersonator a 1 out of 10 score. So Halsey basically said that he was a fucking asshole. And then Denham's responded to it and said he doesn't even say anything mean about Halsey in this clip either. He's just saying the lyrics are very childish and but that's accurate. Oh.
I hope you're having fun tonight, because I'm not.
Oh, well, Devon, that's it. I skipped a couple because your fucking brain is melting. So, do you want to give your closing thoughts, Devon?
Of course, fucking Glorb is coming up. This fucking when all I typed was SpongeBob music, and of course Glorb is coming up. But fucking, I hope you know this. It just hit 3 hours, by the way, because it's 4:14.
Oh, great.
You're still an hour off from hitting my record, Austin. You feeling froggy tonight? You want to try for it?
No, I'm good with being second place. I'm good.
Oh man. Well, fucking. My thoughts is my brain is mush right now. I'm tired. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I haven't ate dinner. I need to go to fucking bed. I'm tired. Austin has kept me up all night, so go fuck yourself. Um, Fuck Idubbbz, fuck Anissa, fuck Hassan, fuck Asmongold, fuck goddamn the fucking Mike from the whatever fuck his name is. Fuck Denims, fuck Caseytron, fuck Frogan, fuck everybody, man. Even at this point, fuck Ethan. I can't no more. Like, I've been on Ethan's side this whole time, but fuck you. Because Ethan is the reason why this won't end. Because he just keeps on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And then when he keeps on, everybody else keeps on. Because they live for this shit, bro. They don't got nothing else to do in their lives, bro. And they just wait for fucking Ethan to start drama. And then they just hop all over it like fucking leeches. Like, golly, man, what are we fucking doing anymore? Like, Jesus Christ, man. Fuck. But yeah, this has been a complete and utter fucking disaster. What a fucking just absolute fucking waste of 3 fucking hours, dude. Oh my god. Like, fucking Jesus Christ, man. Fucking, it should have been fucking Ian and Anissa in that fucking helicopter. Bro. Oh my god, bro. Fucking put Hassan in there too. The world don't need him, bro. Fucking maybe Hassan should go to Israel since he loves him so much. Like, Jesus Christ, man. I had never seen so much glazing for a country in my life. Fucking god damn, dude. Fucking Asmongold, take a fucking shower. And fucking everybody else, fuck you. Fuck Anthony Fantano. Fucking, he looks like Connor the Crusher. And fucking, I don't really know what else to say at this point. This is fucking stupid. Fucking, it just, was the point of doing this whole lawsuit shit, Ethan, if you're just gonna drop the lawsuit? Like, at least you could have went through with it and fucking made Idubbbz go bankrupt. At least that would have been a satisfying conclusion, having Idubbbz go homeless. But no, or whatever would have happened, but no. And this shit's probably going to continue on because who knows what else is going to happen. And I just don't much care anymore. Is why I stopped talking about these people. But Austin became obsessed with these people. So I warned him. I told him you don't want to do this to yourself, and he didn't listen to me. And now here we are, so many fucking hours later. So, and
You know,
I hope you're proud of yourself.
I wonder, is the Idubbbz saga even going to fit into an omnibus?
Well, if it doesn't, it's your fucking fault. So
Let's see. So we got the four. Hang on. So this excluding the creator clashes and the content cop. Just all of this fucking here. So we got 42, 57, hour and a half, then 4 hours. So 5.5 hours. That's already 6, then 39 minutes. It might, maybe, just maybe. Let me check. I guess I would have to wait until whatever. It might. It fairly might. But my closing thoughts is I'm fucking done with these people, bro. I'm done. I'm done. After this shit, I can't do it no more. I can't. So yeah, fuck Idubbbz, fuck Anissa, fuck Ethan, fuck Mike from PA, fuck Hassan, fuck Denims, fuck all the fucking snarkers, fuck all of them, all of them gotta die. I don't care.
I don't even know what snarking even like. What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't even know, but you know what? They were talking about a lot of snarkers. I don't fucking know.
I'm so dead inside. It was more fun talking about Tommy Dreamer being romantically involved with Mama June. This was just fucking degrading.